Hello, and welcome to the... Oh, I have to fix that still. Welcome to the Psionic Aftermath in-clan tournament MVP Cup. I am Xenodactyl, and I am joined by...
Hello, guys. Hey, what's up?
Hey. I
Hey,
guess...
Snoopy.
So it looks like Optimus and Sushi is not around, so I'm gonna go ahead and admin the MVP Cup in
Okay.
Pisigan. Looks like only 5 players have checked in.
Oh, that
Oh,
shortens
really?
things.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yes. So I was wondering whether you guys want to wait a little bit more for more people to check in, or do you guys want us to just start the tournament?
I don't have a particular preference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in no rush. Like, you know.
I mean, if there's
Honestly,
only 5
that makes
people
me
at that
want
point,
to
you might
sign
as
up
well.
just so there's more games. Because that's very few people.
All right. I'm just gonna do one last call to see if anybody check in, and then I'm just gonna start the tournament. All right.
Alright, sounds good.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Cool.
Well, looks like we got our update. Great timing, Snoopy.
Yeah, just as you're doing introductions, he
Yep, yep.
jumps in. It's perfect.
Oh man. Let me see. All right. I don't know how much time he was going to give for his last call, but I guess we'll find out shortly. I kind of wonder what 5 people signed in so far.
Yeah, because like the funny thing is, I've seen like 4 of them. So I just messaged some of the. I messaged. So I know Jardoser signed up and checked in. I know. Kuna did. I know Goon did, and I know Kingslayer did. And then Landfear's been talking, and like, I don't know. It feels like it would be more than 5 people already, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, like Landfear and Seth maybe. No, wait, he couldn't play. I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of people missing.
Yeah. Oh man. The chat. Hey Jedi Zealot. Hey Lanfear and Kidnot. Yeah, we're just waiting for the last call on the tournament sign-ups so that we can run this tournament with all the peoples. You know, have a good time. Okay, so bracket should be live. And let's get Goon versus Sippy Cup.
Alright, cool.
There's Sippy, there's Sippy. And okay. All required party members are here.
Alright, so it's gonna be a PVT to start up, right? I'm pretty sure Sippy Cup is a Protoss. I'm 80%. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool. Yeah, he's a pretty decent one too. I watched him. I think he got second in like the Duckling Open today. I'm pretty sure. Was that
okay.
him? Oh no, wait, that was Salavent. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, I misunderstood who it was. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, I watched him play. I think in the ATL. I think he played yesterday.
Okay.
Or the day before that. He looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not mixing up players this time.
Yeah, no, he was there. He was there.
Alright, he was. Yeah, cool. Yeah, he looked good. I think he played a PvP, right? And it was
Yes.
Phoenix Force.
Yes.
And he just destroyed. Yeah.
Yes. Because
It was a weird game, but a cool game.
his opponent opened Oracle and he opened Phoenix, so you know.
Right, yeah. We were memeing about that in chat, I remember.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Good old PvP, man. Always such a coin flip.
Alright, so our players are just doing vetoes now, and we should be underway shortly.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of builds they both go for. Because I know, like, you know, I played a best of 9 against John, so I have a pretty decent grasp of how he plays PvT, right?
Sure.
But,
Unless he picked up
yeah.
anything new since then that he
Oh,
really
yeah.
likes. but I
Well,
mean,
it's very possible.
it should be pretty similar.
Hold on. So, the other guys are asking if they should just play, or do we want to cast all the games because there's so few games?
I think we definitely want
Nah,
to.
that seems a little.
I think we definitely
So
want to
like
cast the semis and the finals. But if Kuna,
both semis, yeah.
yeah, if Kuna and Lanfear wanted to play, I'm okay with that.
All right, cool. Yeah.
This is strange. For some reason, it doesn't want to let me make the map, so I'm going to
Try passing
pass the
leadership,
lead
I
to
guess.
you and see if that. Are you
All right.
able to? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't
Oh
think-
wait, what map is it? I didn't check.
It was Backwater, and can you load it with the
Backwater.
Game Heart mod?
Of course, of course. Yeah, thank you. I literally just double-clicked the first one I saw, and that's always Catalyst because it's everything.
Excellent. Perfect.
There we go. That should be it.
Alrighty. So, PVT on Backwater. Okay.
Yeah, definitely an interesting map for PvT because it's like, on one hand, it's easy freebase for Protoss. On the other hand, it's alright, let's start. On the other hand, it's very easy to drop the third base, sort of. Like it's in a really enclosed position with like a really exposed,
Yeah.
no walk zone kind of, so you can't intercept the medevacs.
And like you have to have like crisp reaction time to get in position and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. So like what Terrans have been doing on this map, I find, is that they do these sort of, well, Goon likes tank pushes, right? So he might do a tank push, but most people do it with libs instead, and then they drop behind the mineral line on the third base, like, yeah, over here. I can't ping actually, but yeah. So they drop behind the mineral line at the third, and then they siege up libs there, and you have to walk through this like wall of death to try and defend your third base. It's actually a really strong strat.
Yep. Alright, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of the map as the pink Protoss, it is Sippy Cup.
Yeah, and spawning down in the right bottom right side is our own local meme king, the Goon. Alright, so far looking like very standard starts from both players.
Yeah, nothing.
Standard.
Nothing to
gas
cause
nexus.
alarm.
Yeah. No random barracks on the other side of the map, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Yet.
No cannons going up. Nothing. Nothing so outlandish as that. Just gonna be a gateway expand. Just standard Protoss. So, as a Protoss yourself, you've explained the woes of Terran. How do you feel What do you think are good strategies for Protoss for a map like this?
I think there's a lot of different things you can do. I think it's honestly, it's a very good, like it's a very good blink map, right? Because you just want you expect people to drop you on this map, and there's also this giant ledge, like on the bottom of your bottom or top of your main, depending on where you spawn,
Sure.
where you can blink into the main, and you can start sniping stuff like add-ons, maybe some SCVs if you're lucky, and cool stuff. And it's also like, it's the general safe opening.
Sure.
But it looks like here he's going to be going for a Stargate. So this is interesting to me, because Stargate on this map seems a little bit less strong, in my opinion. Because, like, I guess the main is a little bit hard to defend, but, like, it seems like it's so far between the... It's quite far between the bases, right? Which is good for Stargate.
Yeah.
But...
I think, actually, like... I hear what you're saying about, like, Stalkers and Blink being really strong on this map, especially since there's no ramp to the natural.
Yeah.
So, like, you have full mobility of those Stalkers for their pressure advantage in that early and mid game. But I think some people actually like the Stargate for Backwater as a response to what you were talking about earlier, in that Phoenixes and other airplay can really help secure that that third and make dropping not really a viable option for for Terran.
Yeah. I mean, that's for sure a good point. I just feel like it's also like the point you were making about no ramp, right? That makes it really easy for Terran to kind of push too, right?
Sure.
So like Stargate's weakest point is when you literally have like 4 Phoenix and like 2 Stalkers.
Right.
So if they, and especially like the build Goon has gone for here is a free rack. So like this is gonna be a lot of bio hitting him with Stim like very early. This is like pretty much the hard counter build to Stargate. It's really hard to hold.
He could make like a couple oracles and stasis wards to buy himself some time, but that only buys so much time. Eventually that will expire, and he really is going to need something behind that. We are going to see the third go down at that standard 430, in spite of the fact that he is opening with such a, I guess what we would consider a fragile build, being that Stargate Phoenix opener, and Goon is going to start moving across the map.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really scary timing, because like if you look at the standing army of Protoss as it is right now, it's basically 2 Stalkers and Phoenix. Of course, he's going to get like maybe 1.5 warp-in rounds in before, and that's going to be 3 more Stalkers, maybe 4.
Yeah, he hasn't started the move out just yet, and it's almost at his natural.
Oh, and the Phoenix is across the map too.
Yeah, this is
looking bad,
really
honestly.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's half his army gone right there. Really good stim forward by Goon, like just taking advantage of the Stalkers immediately. Being out of position.
His Phoenixes and picks up some of the Marines, but he doesn't have a whole lot here to deal with it. He actually is going to clean up the Marines, so nice hold.
Yeah, it's a good hold, but that was like wave 1. And
True. He only lost 2 probes from that. I was expecting more damage.
Yeah, I was too, honestly, but like, I still like it for Goon. Like he killed more than he lost. He's obviously behind on his third base, but this next push should be even deadlier, right? He should have some medevacs and stuff. And he's getting upgrades though, so it's not like the typical free racks is a lot of Marauders, like a couple of Marines stuff, and then you hit them when they have 4 Phoenix and like 3 Stalkers, and you kill them. This was like a little bit more of a timid version, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. But this next move out is going to be even scarier, right? Because there's no charge, no blink by the time this hits.
Well, he's actually going back, and charge is halfway done, so there might be charge.
Yeah. In that case, it will be, yeah.
Oh, that's painful. He has to kill his own reactor because it's blocking his third.
Ooh, yeah, you misplaced that. Yeah.
Oh well.
Alright, so I would like before I really liked the position of the Terran. Now it's more like now it's a lot better for the Protoss. He has charge ready. He doesn't have any upgrades yet. Well, he will have charge ready when the push hits anyway.
Goon is gonna try and drop the main. I think this is actually okay for him because the Phoenixes are kind of just playing passive. They're not actually maneuvering around the map to find this drop. He's
scared, right? Like he can't know that Goon is not going with his full force to the front, and if he does, then he'll lose everything if he doesn't have the Phoenixes there.
Oh, I think he knows. He saw that there wasn't any medevacs there, and he's gonna swing in, pick off this first medevac before it unloads, and
it's a huge pickoff.
There's still a healthy number of Marines here, but not enough. Not nearly enough.
And the push at the front didn't actually push in while this was going on, so
yeah, I mean,
this turned out really good
for the map, so I really like Sippy's position after this hole.
Oh, Sippy. Yeah, like now he's in a really good position because like before it was the army supply that was the issue, right?
Right.
Like he was down in army, he had good tech and stuff, but like it was so many Marines. And now it's like he's up 10 workers, 10, 15 workers. He has way better tech. A lot of Phoenixes. Like Phoenixes are actually quite good against Terran in terms of scaling. They fall out once there's like a ton of Widow Mines and Marines, but in small numbers of stuff like this, like he's just gonna pick up all the Widow Mines. Well, he could have anyway. And the medevacs will be really scared at all times.
Yeah.
Like Stargate is one of those like semi-risky builds that works really well if you get away with it.
Sure.
Because like you either have tags or you have like permanent anti-drop control. You have so many so many things. Like even he could just make an Oracle right now and it would be super useful.
Oh yeah. I actually
for just
feel
tagging
like
the army and stuff.
he kind of should have an Oracle. Like if he's gonna play this style, the tags are like. There's almost no reason not to have the Oracle.
Yeah. Like it's just so cost efficient. Like it doesn't cost very much, and it's just like you don't have observers, right? So you are a little bit in the dark. Well, I guess he has a couple of observers.
He's getting them now because he has the Robo. His fourth is just complete, and Terran is gonna stem in here. He does have enough army to clean this up, provided he takes the right engagement.
Oh no! Look at that! Look at the Widow Mines! Oh, that's all the Phoenixes dead.
Yeah, I think he did that intentionally though. He got the splash damage over the Terran bio, and I think he wanted to trade out his Phoenixes. I don't feel like he should have used all his Phoenixes.
So like that's a decent idea doing that, but like look at the units lost. Before he was ahead, now he's down.
Yeah.
Because he just lost that was like 8 Phoenixes. That's a lot of money.
He saved the fourth. Barely. Yeah. He saved the fourth.
Yeah, but now he's back to being down in army supply, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any Phoenixes. He doesn't have Blink, so like I don't think he has Blink anyway.
Yeah, I understand what he was thinking. I think though I agree with you. It was a little bit questionable.
Yeah,
he's gonna get
it did not
turn
out
though,
very well.
So I think he feels behind now.
Yeah, I mean, so would I. Like, Terran's gonna, like, he saw that when Terran hit there, he had 2-2. That means 3-3 is probably on the way, and he's just now started +2 attack. He has +2 armor already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his upgrades are behind with a gateway-based comp right now. He's getting, towards Archons and Storm, but...
And this is so typical of Goon. He says, oh, you have no Phoenixes now? Let me go drop you.
Yeah, like, this is super good. This is why you need the Phoenixes. Like, this just happens. The cannon placement, really good, of course, but cannons are a stopgap measure. They work for a little bit, so at the moment there's enough bio, it just kills everything. Doesn't care. And as the Temporal Archive is done, that's like a really big pickoff. At the same time, the 4th base is getting harassed. He's like being really annoying. Trading really well. And I don't think there's not Storm for these Templar, right? Or did I miss that researching?
I did not see a Storm go down during that, and I feel like he would have had he won.
Yeah. I'm not sure you can check that when there's no Templar Archives, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the Templar Archives definitely get killed, but... so if he doesn't have Storm, you know, that's Archons and Immortals, they're decent, but they get outshined the moment there's, you know, a lot of bio. And Goon is taking a 5th base, and he's keeping the pressure up.
Yeah.
That's a lot of DT stuff. Look at the middle of the map. This is...
Oh, pfft. He doesn't have...
That's an investment. Imagine if Goon sees these right now and just scans and all the Widow Mice kill everything. Oh my god. Oh, that would have been so sick. There's a turret, though. How many scans does he have? 1, 2, 3. It's 3 scans.
He has enough turrets. He's fine.
Yeah, he's completely fine. This is... Yeah, this is really bad for Sippy. Like, this is so much gas.
I mean, he got a Ghost, I guess. And... Oh, 7 is... 7 is not bad were this, like... 1 DT at, like...
That was like 6 DTs, yeah. That is really bad. Like, the units lost just went to shit. This attack, though, can potentially be quite scary, because there's a lot of Immortals in this, and Immortals are, you know, they're a pretty good unit, let's be real.
Oh, he does
and
have Storm.
I think there might be Storm, because he hasn't started Storm, right?
He does have Storm. I don't know when he got it, but he has it.
Yeah, because he has to have, because that would be super weird if he completely forgot about Storm. So this army is scary, like, it's not like the Protoss is in trouble, let's say, but like if he doesn't, like, Goon's army is gonna get exponentially better from here if he starts. Yeah, he's swapping into starports now. He's getting all that. He's getting Liberator upgrades. All this. Just needs some more Ghost, and he's like got the dream comp pretty much. Ooh, and he's walking into a lot of Widow Mines.
Oh, that was painful.
That's all the Zealots dead, but oh, look at those storms! No, Goon!
He has enough.
And he still wiped them. Holy shit!
I mean, there's 1 DT, but...
Oh my god. How did he win that? That was like the picture-perfect storms. I guess he had way better upgrades.
He didn't have anything to follow up the storms, because, like, 1 storm is not going to kill the bio.
Yeah.
Like, he covered all the bio, but it was only 1 storm for each, like, Marine and Marauder, etc. He's gonna shut down the Colossus production, and, well, there might be another one building in the main, but, like, this is just so bad.
Yeah, this is trouble. And I don't like the fact that he keeps warping in DTs for Archons. Like, I get that, like, on paper it's better because you have more minerals, but, like, it's so much more money. Like, it's 25 less gas, right, to build a DT, but it's 100 and what? Almost 100 more minerals.
Yeah.
It's a lot to invest in making an Archon instead of, you know, just doing the normal ones.
Does he even... well, it doesn't matter.
GG.
So, Goon will take game 1.
Yeah, honestly, that felt like a lot of, like a pretty big throw, honestly, because that was like if he had that, like the Phoenix thing that was a huge mistake. Like 7 Phoenixes is, it's so painful to lose that. And then he had that drop that picked up the Templar Archives that killed a bunch because he didn't have Phoenix. And then he just fell behind from that point, and then he took a really bad fight into better upgraded Terran, and he was, you know, yeah, in a lot of trouble after that. Alright, so yeah, it looks like Sippy is done. He had to go, so.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Let's see where this puts us then. I'm guessing Landfear.
So it's gonna be Goon, Jardoser in the semis on the top side, and then I don't know if Kuna has won yet or if Landfear's putting up a fight. We'll see, but yeah, it's Kuna versus Kingslayer most likely afterwards. Alright, shit, I'm lead. I keep forgetting that. I'll pass it to you because you're better at this.
I won't be able to create the...
Really?
Yeah, it's still not letting
weird.
me. I don't know what's up with it. I'll pass it back to you, and then I will log out and log back in and see if that fixes it.
Sure. Kuna and Lanfear are in game 2.
Oh. We can go
should
into
we?
that.
Yeah, we should watch that.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I will... be back. Okay.
All right, I'm in. I'm gonna invite you once
Alright,
you're here.
sounds good.
Here you go. Oh shit! I gotta invite you to the lobby, of course. Oh shit! I can't. Why can't I? That's weird. I guess they did it.
There we go.
All right, looks like Kuna is up 1-0. Not unexpected, but you know.
Well, maybe Lanfear can pull something out.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll cheese. I wonder what map 1 was.
Yeah. I know Lanfear said he has some sort of anti-Kuna and Goon build that he had figured out. I wonder if it was something like Proxy 2-Reactor Reaper or some shit.
Right, because that'll totally do it.
I mean, honestly, like I don't know. You can't beat these guys with macro if you're, if you're not a 5K player. Honestly, like it's a little bit too hard. So that's what I did against Goon. I just found out a bunch of good all-ins that I did. And it went well. I did beat him in a macro game, but still,
Alright.
I'll see.
Well, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map as the red Terran, it is Kuna Matata.
Alright, and spawning in the top left-hand side of the map is Lanfear. Alright, so it's pretty interesting. These guys, basically Kuna has been like a mentor to all the Terrans that have been, balance whining for the last 6 years of their life and trying to get good at the same time in the PsiX chat. So it's been, it's pretty interesting because like pretty much all these Diamond players now use Kuna and Goon's builds because, Goon uses Kuna's builds. So it's like, it's really cool. And whenever you see a TBT between these guys, it's like most of the time it's just they mirror each other, and then maybe Kuna does something different because he has more than one build. But it's pretty interesting, honestly, to think about.
Yeah, or he just ends up ahead, so he's on the next step.
Yeah, exactly. He just found out how to make his. He like teaches them a subpar version of the build, so he can always win. That's something Kuna would do. Just kidding.
I mean, we can say that their building placement is different.
For sure, yeah. That's about it, though. I guess Kuna's command center is like 1.5 seconds earlier.
Oh yes, because he was probably SEV stacking, whereas I doubt. Well.
Yeah. Few people do that nowadays. I've done it since I was gold because I thought it was funny. Wasn't worth it then, but
Didn't have the rest of the skills to make use of stacking your...
Yeah. It usually just meant I was floating more minerals. It was like the one thing that did. But, in my mind I was like, the pros do this, I have to do it.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, it was great. Alright, yeah, so far this is literally exactly mirror build so far.
Yeah.
Cyclones, reactor about to be popped down on this barracks, yeah. But Kuna is just a second or two ahead. Like, it's quite literally, you can look at the production tab and he's just a second ahead on everything. SCV, on orbital right now, on barracks.
Now he's gonna
Slightly
start
faster.
to get farther than a second ahead with those 2 SEV kills.
Oh, did you just kill 2 SCVs with Reapers? Oh
Yep.
my, yeah. That's a big blow, early game TBT. Also, I'm a great observer, just, putting that out there. Well, luckily, Lanfear knows about the Reaper block spot, because, it's a Terran player. Ooh, and this was an ambitious move by Kuna, going into the main here. I guess he'll get a good scout off, he'll see the engineering bay, he'll see that this is quite literally exactly mirror builds. So,
I mean, he still
good information.
got the 2 SCVs, so like, I feel that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as, like, the thing is, Lanfear technically can have map control right now, which is, kind of important. Like, he could be out on the map right now, securing it and keeping vision and everything. But yeah, like, Reapers, they're a very early game thing. In TVT, they fall off really hard, so it's not bad to trade them for scouting and 2 SCVs. Like, that's better than most people get, the Reapers.
Yeah, I feel like with the skill difference, like, from Kuna's perspective, there's this sense of like, only thing I can lose to is something I don't see coming, right?
Yeah.
Lanfear is going to get his own SCV, but it's much later in the game and only 1, so...
Yeah, it pretty much keeps up to the theme of slightly less. Kuna, it's pretty cool. Like, it's quite literally, they're just doing the same things, but Kuna's just ahead on it.
Yeah.
So like right now, the medevacs are literally being built, and his starport just went down, but they're doing the same build. Like, that's a really big deal. Well, honestly, it's like close to a minute ahead on the medevacs. Like, that's huge. Well, maybe not a minute, but maybe 30 seconds. Like, that's a lot of time to lose in an even build, an even game too. Yeah, so curious to see what the players do from here. Obviously, it's going to be Bayer from both. They're getting stim, they're getting +1. It's going to be some sort of stim push from both, I guess, but Kunas is just faster, so it'll hit before Lanfear.
Oh, he's, okay. Kuna's paying attention.
Ooh.
He won't.
Yeah,
will
that
not
could have been
lose.
really dangerous. Instead, it was really good for him. He got a free Cyclone.
Wow, okay. I guess this is why he's Kuna.
Yeah.
A potentially disastrous situation turning out in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If Lanfear was a little bit quicker, he could have immediately locked on to the first medevac with 3 Cyclones, and that one-shots it. It pretty much insta-dies. So, yeah. A little bit on Lanfear too, but it was quick reactions by Kuna for sure. Alright, so, well, we're finally going to arrive at the first thing that Lanfear is ahead of Kuna on. That's the +1, the combat shields for Marines, but in return, Kuna has a 3rd command center down already. That's obviously a lot bigger of a deal.
And this drop is gonna fly right over these cyclones.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Kuna. What a... Yeah, he immediately intercepts that. That's perfect. That's a GG move.
Yeah.
Honestly, he can just walk in and kill him. That was so much supply. He's down 30 army supply now.
Yeah.
That was a free medevac doom drop, yeah.
He's gonna stim in, get the siege tank, and the cyclone will fall shortly after.
Yeah.
Even picking up units to just get a little extra micro done. Lanfear will hold, but I mean, gosh, this is painful.
He's down 20 SCVs, he has 1 tank to 3, 17 Marines to 9, like, he is in a lot of trouble. I mean, you know, if we're gonna shit talk Kuna a little bit, you know, he could have split one marine ahead to tank the tank shot, and then all of the marines wouldn't have taken that one big shot, and then maybe he would have broken them there, because all of his marines basically started at
Sure.
half HP because they took that thing.
Sure.
But you know, it's a very small thing, but it's kind of things that you know I expect from my high-level GM players that I look up to. You know. All right, so it's looking like Kuna is in a really good position, and he's gonna grab this beautiful siege position below the main, and it's gonna be up to Lanfear to try and break this, which is it's goddamn impossible. It's so hard to break this when you're really good Widowmine hits. Though he got a free medevac and some marines, but now Lanfear is running into tank fire, and he's losing so many SCVs. It's ridiculous. He will eventually clean this up, but I mean, at what cost?
Yeah. Kuna is up more than double in supply, and Lanfear hasn't even gotten his third on location yet.
Yeah, and Kunas has been up for a little bit now.
Yeah.
He's very far ahead in supply. He's doubling his supply, honestly.
I'm not sure where he's going with this command center.
Yeah, I mean he has no SCVs. Like he's just all in. Like it's that simple. He has 19. He has 20 workers. He's not gonna try and stick around in this game. He knows he'll die. And Kuna's just gonna meet him halfway, not let him siege up with his siege tanks, and get a really good trade in. And that's GG. All right. Great game out of our GM Terran player. Exactly what you'd expect.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I think it's next up is Jardoser versus John, right?
Sounds right.
Also known as Goon, of course. Because they've been waiting for us to finish this.
Yeah.
So we should do them first.
Yeah. Alright, you want to invite them to party? Or are they already
Absolutely,
in the
I
party?
will.
Excellent.
All right, so what's the first map in the semifinals? Is it also backwater?
I do not know.
Neither do I. Does it say on the thing?
No,
Honestly, can't
it's
see.
their pick.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's their pick. I did not know that. Okay, they veto maps even. Okay, I was not aware. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess they'll do their vetoes now.
Yep, they did neon and a bio, acid plant. I guess they get one more, right?
I
Blackfink.
think.
How many maps are left? It's Catalyst, Backwater, and Eastwatch left. Did I miss
Sounds
one?
Right. So
Yeah. So
guess you can create the game on Catalyst.
all right, yeah, all right, cool. We'll do. Cool. So game 1 on Catalyst, game 2 on Loser's Pick, with between Eastwatch and Backwater. And yeah, then we go on. All right, they're ready. Let's get in the game.
Alrighty, TBZ on Catalyst.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. TBC is it's definitely one of the absolute best matchups. It's always been one of them. It's
Yeah.
absolutely amazingly complex and has some really cool, although albeit somewhat stale meta, but it's definitely interesting.
Alright. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map as the blue Terran, it is Goon.
Alright, and spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have our GM Zerg, Jardoser. Alright, so looks like no fancy shenanigans yet. Not from the Zerg at least. He hasn't thrown down an early pool, so it's going to be a most likely 18 hatch. And, you know, go into a macro game from there. Goon doing the normal Rax gas, probably Reaper into Factory, you know. So far, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Very standard opening. Something I've seen Kuna do, so I'm wondering if John has added it to his arsenal, is that Ghost Hellion push.
Ooh, right, yeah, the TY build. Or is it the one without Hellbats, or do you mean Hellbat? Yeah.
I
'Cause
can't
there is one
remember
without
if he
Hellbats,
does
I
it with Hellbats or with just Hellions.
Yeah.
But
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's this, like, TY and Special and
Mhm.
recently Keen have picked up this really interesting build
Yeah. I
with,
think
with like,
Keen's is
it's like,
slightly different too.
yeah, because even they do it differently, because TY does like 2 Ghosts and like 4-5 Hellbats and maybe a Marauder or so. While, like Keen, when he did it in the GSL the other day, it was like 8 Hellbats and 1 Ghost, basically. So, it's very different what you want, like, because the snipe is obviously really good at taking out queens, but you're sacrificing Hellbats, right? And your push hits later, because Ghosts take a little bit longer.
Uh-huh.
But it's definitely a very interesting build, because it has potential to kill queens really fast, and queens is usually the thing that Zerg uses to defend those pushes.
So we had a moment of radio cast because I forgot about overlays, but it's all good.
Ooh. Yeah, that happened to me too. I know the pain.
At least with like our overlays for PsiX, it like you just get a smaller version.
Yeah.
It's not
that
like
bad.
blackout screen or something. Reaper is going to go down, and Jardoser will be free to take his third now. So.
Yeah, and it's an early one too. It's the 3-minute third. This is pretty much when the Zerg wants to throw it down.
Yeah.
Most of the time they can't, because there's an annoying Reaper here, basically denying the drone leaving the base. So they have to send a queen, which, you know, it takes a while off creep. But yeah, so far looking good for the Zerg. He basically got down his perfect macro opening.
I
no
think
real
we're gonna
mistakes.
see a mine drop out of Goon, and it's really funny to see it in this matchup. But I know he does it here, so we'll see what happens. Jardoser does see the second mine. I don't know if he saw the first one, but he may be. I mean, his Overlord positioning is fine. Like, he's gonna have vision of the drop unless it comes in from a really obscure angle.
Yeah, there is one path that it could take, but like there's about to be creep there and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he should be ready for this. The reason mine drops don't really work is because they rely on complete surprise, right? You want, against Zerg, this is, because they rely on you not pulling your workers before the mines get to burrow and all that. But if the Zerg sees it like 1 second earlier because you fly over creep, he's immediately gonna pull drones, you know. And that's like even if he doesn't have overlords on the map, just the creep in the base is enough to give them a chance to pull their drones. Like, it really is that big of a deal to a skilled player. Of course, Jardoser seems to have not noticed this in time. Yeah, so he's gonna lose some drones here. Yeah, that's not bad. 4 drones. Of course, he loses the mines.
I don't know. I feel like 4 drones is nice, but having lost the mines, the threat of the drop is not on the map anymore. So
Yeah.
like he invested a considerable amount of tech, and he's gonna have some difficulty taking his third now because he doesn't have something to pin the Zerg with.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? I feel like the mine drop, it shouldn't have done 4 drones. That's why I said it was good, because
Sure.
it looked like...
Sure,
Like,
at most
he
it should have
sees it
gotten
coming,
2.
he should honestly have gotten 1 drone, or maybe 2. you know?
Yeah.
And then tanked 1 with the queen, maybe, you know, that kind of shit.
Right.
But yeah, we don't live in a perfect world, so he got 4 drones, which is, you know, better than you usually can expect from a
Sure.
mine drop against Zerg, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's better than what you would expect, but it's still not
Still
really
not
paying
worth it, yeah.
for itself. He's gonna... Gun likes his drops, so he's gonna fly right past the Overlord. Oh,
yeah,
man,
that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Gives the Zerg a lot of time to prepare queens, and, you know, look at this creep, too. There's
Oh,
so much
man.
creep out here. Already. This is like a semi-early drop, and there's gonna be creep out here, there's gonna be so much stuff. It's already like a bunch of Banes. He's got a good position, though. Like, this is
Yeah.
pretty much the dream scenario for Terran to get the fight here. Oh, he needs to Tory fire the Banes! Oh, good. Yeah, he did for a little bit, so he traded better. Looks like the Zerg is still gonna clean up, though.
Yeah. I mean, that was as best of an engagement as I feel like he was going to get with the way the creep was. And,
For sure.
I mean, at least he got all the Banes without without losing his entire army. Like, he still had a couple of Marines left over to be annoying. So, like, that's all. I mean, gosh, what's the? He still lost more gas because he invested tanks, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, overall that push was definitely worth it. It was just, you know, it, like, you kind of want more. Like, it was worth it because he killed Banes, he forced units and all that, but, yeah, moving out here was a bit ambitious, so he gets caught out with a bunch of lings and goes down.
Alright, so game 1 goes to Jardoser. I see, Kuna is rooting against his student adversary.
Of course, every time. It's because he doesn't want to play Goon in the finals, man. He doesn't want that. Oh shit, I should probably... Yeah. Game heart. Oh well. It was like, I feel like Goon, like, he played the drop as well as he could have, but he got spotted immediately, and like it's honestly just, like, Jardoser was super on top of that, so.
I think
He's
in
never
some
going to
senses
do
it's
much.
also a clash of playstyle, because like Jardoser was playing very defensively, mindful of his creep, mindful of his overlords, and Goon was trying to drop him, which relies on the Zerg not being in position to a certain extent.
Alright, so we're going into game 2 on Backwater. Yeah, we already talked a bit about this map, the fact that it's good for drops, obviously true even in TVC, just like TVP. It's a little bit different though, because Zerg get, you know, they can build spores a little bit easier than we build cannons, so...
Sure.
Like
Cost
the drop
less,
location, yeah,
and,
they cost less.
You
Don't need a building. It's just like it means that the normal drop area, right, is a lot easier to defend because you just don't need you can just put two spores at your third base, like right next to the thing. And it's very hard to put, like, if Terran just fly in, they lose the medevac immediately, but if they fly in from the side, you know, you have extra time to react and all that. It's just very useful to have.
Alright, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, taking the first game, it is the red Zerg, Jardozer.
And spawning up in the top left side, we have the disciple of Kuna himself, Goon. Alright, so once again, looking like very similar openings, because that's pretty much what everyone does in this matchup, and pretty much all the other ones as well. I feel like it's really interesting how figured out the meta has gotten. It's like at the point where basically Rax, Gas, Expand is what they do in every matchup. It's like, I guess maybe not TVT, but that's about it. And Zerg just do Hatch Gas Pool every time.
Except in ZVZ.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, like, it's pretty common in CVC
It's
too,
still
to
common
be
in
honest.
ZVZ, yeah.
Yeah.
It's certainly more common to see Hatch Gas Pool in ZVZ than it is to see a single Reaper expand in TVT.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, well, I'm saying that, and as Protoss, I'm sitting here like literally doing 1 gate expand every game, except for PvP as well. So it's just the way the meta has turned out. Everyone knows it's the best build, so everyone does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always the mirror matchup is different. Forever
Yeah.
the mirror matchup.
Alright, so it looks like we already have a deviation from the last game's build by Goon. He's going 2 racks this time, before Factory. I'm pretty sure he went 1 racks Factory last time for the Widowmine drop. So this is looking more like maybe some sort of 2-1-1, although I feel like the barracks was maybe late for that. I'm not sure. In my mind, you start the barracks earlier when you do 2-1-1 normally, but I might be wrong. Not a Terran player after all.
Jardozer will pick off the Reaper and just continue life as normal for Zerg. Yeah, I'm not sure. It certainly shaped like a 2-1-1, but yeah, it does feel like
Yeah, and there's engineering base going
little bit
down right
different.
now. This is
Yeah.
not the normal 2-1-1, at least the Mario build where it's like very aggressive. This is more like, you know, he just wants a lot of Marines so he can get.
he may be skipping the 16 medevac drop and going straight to the 1-1 follow up.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna drop down a pretty fast third base, is what I would guess with this, because
That makes sense.
I don't know. Actually, it looks like he's gonna make another barrack, so never mind.
Oh,
But
okay, then no clue what he's doing.
yeah, it's a little bit different.
I am
Again,
also not a Terran
no
player.
Terrans. So. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's a little bit hard to decipher. I know they're most common builds, but this is not one of them, so
Right.
can't really tell you what's going on. Yeah. Meanwhile, Zerg side, you know, double evil, Baneling Nest. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell you anything about Zerg because it's just drones and then reactive play. No lair yet. It's like the one thing, maybe like 430 is. It's not late for lair, but it's not like the fast lair for super fast Bane speed that some Zergs have been doing. To counteract like stuff like the 1-1 push that you were talking about. Yeah, so overall a very macro-oriented game from both players so far.
I find it interesting that Goon has yet to take a third given the nature of this map. So I feel like he wants to be aggressive with his 3 racks, with his... I think this is going to be a parade push. Like, I think he's going to have more bio than he can drop.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
he's just going to go across the map. I think he looks at that last game and says, wow, my drops got punished. I'm going to just, like, do a 2-base all-in.
Yeah, because like the moment you throw down the third racks, right? You're well, it's this is one of my my Protoss thinks that I don't want to call this an all-in because in my mind it's more of a pressure move.
Sure,
But like
sure.
he is gonna push with a bunch of tanks and bio here, I think, right? Like he has to.
Well, or not. He picked up
Or not.
16 Marines again, and we're gonna see that drop come over to the Queens are a little bit late to intercept this, so he's actually gonna get a decent position here on the third. He picks off the Queen, and these drones are now exposed. This is actually turning out pretty good.
7 drones, yeah. This worked out very well. He needs to. Oh, yeah, good pickups. Yeah, right. So that was really good for Goon. For sure. Killed 7 drones, a Queen, lost pretty much like 3 Marines. He's gonna get some creep now too. Like, it's turned out great. So this is the normal 2-1-1, but you know normally it hits a lot earlier, like a lot earlier. Which is why it confounded me. And usually it's like like the 16 Marine push. Yeah, like this wasn't really the build, but it turned into one of those 16 Marine pushes, and it worked out pretty well anyway. So it's cool. Yeah, and he's taking that late third. He's probably still gonna push with a bunch of. Well, he's saying that he's only made 1 tank, so pushing's gonna be hard. Oh, over here, drop again. Oh no, but this time he loses both medevacs and all of the bio. Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought it would look like when you dropped that late, but...
He does have another drop that's at the main. It did not get the Queen. It got a couple of drones, but it didn't do that much. Just,
yeah, he lost all the Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that one was better than the first one. The first one did absolutely nothing, killed like 3 links, and he lost 2 medevacs and 16 Marines. But I'd still say he's in trouble right now.
He's gonna play it safe and avoid these spores that are that would have shut down his medevacs again.
Alright, so here comes the quote-unquote big push, but honestly, I think by the time he gets across the map, Jardoser is gonna have more army supply, and he's on 71 drones. Like, I have really big issues with, like, this should not work in any way. Like, at best, he cancels the 4th. Even if he does that, that's like, it's not worth it. He does have two more medevacs up by the 3rd, but there's Hydras and Spores. Like, yeah, this is just not gonna work. If he drops here, he'll lose everything. Yeah, he's gonna get all the medevacs focused down. Yeah, that's a GG moment, honestly. Another medevac goes down over here. He's gonna lose all the Marines again. Like, if you just look at the supplies, you can see the story of the game here. His drops have just not been working out at all.
Yeah, I mean, he's dropping into fire.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's always been like, it always felt like, even if he grouped, like, I get the idea behind the drops, because he just doesn't have a force big enough to push and fight the Zerg straight up, but, you gotta do the hot pickup plays, otherwise you'll just lose all your medevacs and you'll be in trouble. It's really hard to do, but, you pick Terran, suit yourself.
Well, Jardoser is going to push this natural now, and there are 3 tanks. They're not sieged just yet, but Banelings still have to morph, so there's still...
oh no.
No, you do not want to be coming out here.
Oh no, Goon! Please, no, Goon! No. Alright, good tank shots on the Banes, but no, there's just way too many Banes. Oh, yeah, no. Still Banes in his natural, hitting the civvies. Tanks are getting cleaned up. That's GG.
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't have the army to stop that no matter... I mean, I guess if he had his 3 tanks behind the wall,
Yeah, yeah.
and he
That
split
it would
his
have been
Marines,
closer for
then
sure.
he maybe held, but like that was just the worst time to move out like that.
Yeah, it turned out to be like I feel like he just misjudged where he was in the game. He didn't notice. He missed the fact that he lost a lot of what's it called, like supply to drops, right? So it's a really hard to like. He should know honestly that he's probably down like 30 supply at that point, and he was. It was probably more. It was more like 40, 45.
Mm-hmm.
And like at that point, you can't take a fourth base. You have to sit back and try and get a bunch of tanks and just turtle maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really tough. All right, so next up is going to be Kuna versus Kingslayer, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, Kingslayer Kuna. That's a really epic game. So that's 2 GM level players with 1 Protoss, 1 Terran. Probably the 2 strongest players within the race in PsiX. I want to say that, but I might, there are some people that will contest that for sure. But they're 2 of the strongest ones at least.
Certainly up there.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. This is gonna be really cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and invite Kuna and Kingslayer. And we go into vetoes, right?
Yeah, unless they've done it already. I don't know if they have. Okay, looks like they have not yet.
Yeah. Alright, so a biogenesis acid plant. Cool. That's the 2 worst maps for the 2 races. So yeah. A bio Eastwatch is the second veto from Kuna. Interesting that he would veto Eastwatch. I think that one is not bad for Terran, honestly. Neon, another good veto, not great for Protoss. It's getting a little bit messy the way they're doing these vetoes. I don't know what's
it looks
happening.
like it's Blackpink first, Catalyst second, Backwater last.
Alright. Blackpink, Catalyst, and then, well, Backwater last, but we'll see. You still need to play 5 games, potentially. So. No, wait, it's a best of 3. I'm done. Yeah. Damn it, I thought this was finals in my head for a second, because... yeah.
It certainly is a potential finals match, but
yeah,
as it is, the bracket is set up so that we will get this in the semis.
Yeah, I'd say the 3 best players in this bracket was pretty much always going to be Jardoser, Kingslayer, and Kuna.
Yeah, sure.
Seeing how the bracket turned out now. Again, it's a shame that we don't have some of the... So we have some players that could definitely challenge these guys in PsiX, which is unlucky not to have them here, but yeah. Still cool to see these guys.
Alrighty, spawning in the upper right hand corner of the map as the blue to Terran, it is Kuna Matata.
Yes, and spawning down in the bottom left side of the map, we have the pink Protoss player, Kingslayer. Now, I have a pretty decent understanding of both of these players currently, because I've
Okay.
spent a lot of time chatting and, talking about PvT with these guys, because I've had a lot of PvT show matches and stuff recently. And pretty much Kingslayer and Jerix have been the two guys that have been coaching me, so to say. Mostly
Okay.
Jerix, but some Kingslayer. And Kuna has been like the guy that I've, bashed my head against and had, gotten utterly crushed over and over.
Excellent, excellent.
So I don't know. Like it's interesting because Kingslayer basically he's been doing this like against Zerg mostly. He's been doing this the supercharged slot all in that is very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And recently we've seen that being used against Terran as well. Basically you fake third base and then you go for like 12 gates and just attack them with no probes on your third.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see if he'll do that. And when it comes to Kuna, again, sorry for being a little bit long-winded here again, but Kuna's been doing this like really interesting. I think it's like 2 Reaper 3 Hellion push that hits super early.
Huh.
It basically hits when you have like 2 stalkers.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a wall in, you just lose all your probes.
Right.
It's he devastated me like 3 games in a row with that build. It's crazy how good it is if you don't have your wall timings right.
Right.
Yeah, it's really cool build.
Well, we'll see if either of them go for something along those lines.
Hold on. Yeah, it would be interesting to see.
Stalker opening. So, no Adept. I mean, both of them are pretty common in the matchup. It's kind of gonna be one or the other, since you have to deal with the Reaper somehow. And other than that, nothing to report.
Alright, so looking like a so this is looking like the build, right? It's 2 Hellions, 2 more Hellions. There's gonna be 4 Hellions, 1 Reaper, right?
Yeah.
From Kuna, and he has that pylon, so so Kingslayer is doing that wall right now, which you pretty much need to not die to this. He's good, he's on top of that. And he's doing this looks like the super normal, like 3 gate blink, third base. Just play it safe build. But the Hellion push is already coming, and if he does not have a pylon here, this is... Oh well, with 3 Stalkers it is a wall line, so I guess he's been chrono boosting Stalkers. Because otherwise you don't have 3 Stalkers in the set, so... He should be good, there is a low chance that the Reaper...
Oh!
Yeah. Oh, he gets in, this is really bad.
He
This is
just,
gonna be a lot of probes that...
pushed the Stalker aside like it wasn't on hold position or something.
Yeah, I think he forgot to hold position, and...
I think
He was going for the Reaper grenade thing too, but
Yeah.
he failed it. But he didn't need it, I mean, so...
I think it was only one of them was not on hold position. I think the other 2 were. But that's
Yeah.
all it takes, and suddenly things are looking very dicey for Kingslayer.
Yeah, that's 10 workers dead, man. That's really bad. He's down 10 workers against Terran right now. This is pretty much like he's almost all in. Like this is one of those moments where you kind of have to push with 6 blink stalkers and see if you can trade decently. But that's really hard to do, and like you don't have that many gates. If you had 5 gates right now, I think you could just kill Kuna, but he doesn't, right? So yeah, with only 3 gates, it's pretty much not going to happen. So he's just going to chrono probes instead, I think, and try and catch up. But it's a long road back to the top here, for sure.
Game paused.
Was it the Snoopy thing, by the way?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Resumed.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, there is a 30-second delay anyway. That Reaper was stream cheating. But, you know, you never know. I mean, who knows? Kingslayer may want to go for, like, DTs right now, and, 30 seconds is shorter than the time it would take. Actually, we're gonna get a blink
This is
into
a
the
cool
main.
idea, though. He's gonna go for an add-on here, most likely. Maybe try and snipe the blink. Oh no,
Actually,
he
he's
thinks he can
committing a
maybe
little
kill
bit
him with
more.
this. Yeah. Okay. This did not work out. Ooh.
He
Yeah.
did get the kill on the third, though, so, I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
I'm not
Before
sure
like
if
3
it's
stalkers
worth
and a
losing.
war person.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was painful.
Ambitious.
So like, yeah, ambitious. I would have liked it if you just ran in with the stalkers and focused on the tech clap. But of course, Stim was already finished, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Like combat shields is not even close to as bad. But
Maybe.
yeah.
Well, gosh.
And then just
I
try
was
and
gonna
get
say
out.
if he had a single sentry, he could force field the ramp to just buy him like an extra second, forcing Terran to pick up. But I don't know if that actually is worth it anyway.
Yeah.
At any rate, he's gonna.
This is cute though.
Yeah, I get
It's
this
just
again.
delaying him.
This time it is at least a cancel for Kuna, and scan goes down, sees the observer, as obviously there was no warp prism, so how did you get here?
Yeah, he delays the third. He delays the push, which is probably the more important thing.
This one stalker has to blink again because apparently the stalker cannot get out of this. It's probably like a half hex or something.
It's a 1 hex opening. They need 2 to get out.
No, stalkers need one. One is enough.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah. It's 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I
It
have
just feels
to-
like it's 2 because they're so fat.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like every time you make a wall, it feels like you can always get your zealots out there, but because they only need half sometimes. But
Yeah, Zealot only
stalkers
needs
get
half.
stuck. Yeah. But this is really scary for Kingslayer. Like honestly, yeah, this is you cannot break this as Kingslayer.
Yeah, the mines
honestly.
are cutting off the stalkers. Good
that was a
blink,
good blink
but,
play,
like,
but he still lost.
It's bought the Terran so much time. He's gonna pick off the Robo, come back, engage from the high ground. So, like,
And look at this concave too. Like
yeah.
this is a really bad trade. Yeah, he knows it. GG. Yeah, that game pretty much goes back to a really good opening from Kuna. I'm really happy they did exactly the build that crushed me. Because now I feel less bad about losing that over and over again.
Sure.
Yeah, that was cool though. Like, it's a really cool build. Like, it's super scary. If those things get in, they will always get like minimum like 10, minimum like 6, 7 workers, which is already super worth it. Like that early in the game, that's such a huge deal.
Alright, so second map will be, what did we say?
Right, yeah, so Catalyst is the second map, I'm pretty sure. Go ahead and create that with, where is it? What is this, Game Heart? Yeah, I did the exact same thing that Kuna did, by the way, like the other day when I was playing. It was when I was playing Goon, right? I think that someone, because I saw in the chat afterwards that people were talking about me being in the stream, and then I got a message from Snoopy as well during the game that was like, "You're in the stream," and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I have it paused behind me, just like Kuna, like literally exactly like Kuna."
Yeah.
Because it's like it's so much easier. You just hit pause and then you don't close it. But yeah, I get why Snoopy wants to keep people. from doing
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Yeah. Alright. Just need a race check and then maybe they'll be ready.
Kingslayer just wanted to play Terran, you know.
Yeah. He's like, this was too easy. Don't wanna. Alright. Alright. Ready to go.
Alright. Spawning in the northwest as the blue Terran, it is Kuna Matata.
And spawning in the bottom right, we have the pink Protoss player, Kingslayer. Had a really rough time that first game with some cool Hellion run-bys by, well, one, really, by Kuna. But hoping to see some, like, a more even game, honestly, because that was like, basically Kuna won the game with his opening build.
Sure.
So we didn't get to see like an even macro game. That's
Sure.
what I'm hoping for here. Because I don't think Kingslayer's gonna die to that again. I don't think Kuna's gonna open it again because he knows, like if Kingslayer's stalkers are on whole position there, Kuna doesn't kill him and then he's behind because he opened Hellions.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he thinks he can do it again. Maybe he thinks he can do the Reaper shenanigan, like the grenade, yeah, and knock them out of place and still get in. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the distance from natural to natural is slightly shorter here, but like, I think this map is easier to choke up too, so.
Yeah, in a way, for sure. I don't know. Maybe the good thing about this map is that I think he'll get there before the third stalker. So basically, if he wants to have a wall in by the time the Hellions hit, he needs to have an extra pylon there.
One of those shield
instead
battery
of the
needs
third
to be
stalker.
in the wall.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Because I don't think you get the third stalker out. He is chrono boosting stalkers, which I wasn't. So my sample maybe doesn't work because I wasn't doing that.
Sure.
But yeah, I still don't think the third stalker will be out by the time this hits. And it does look like that build again, right? Hellions, Reactor,
Yeah,
with a
possibly.
Reaper. Yeah.
I know. He's only on one gas, so much more likely.
Yeah, he's just going over to Reactor now. That means it's guaranteed Hellions. Because he can't afford, with one gas, he can't afford Reactor Cyclones, so
Right.
it has to be Hellions. Yeah, so pretty much a mirror build from Kuna. We'll see how Kingslayer deals with it this time. And it does actually look like he's gonna have 3 stalkers. Like, I don't know, maybe I was delayed when I was doing it. But I feel like I did it 3 games in a row. I didn't chrono, but I never had the third stalker out when this hit. So, guess difference between a GM player and me. But yeah,
Oh, this is.
it makes a huge difference, of course, having that.
Is this actually? I feel like he. I don't even know if these buildings are touching.
Oh, well, no, they're not. But he can put one on the other side right there. Oh, he's
Oh.
gonna put a building. Right.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so I thought he was gonna put a stalker there, like 1-on-1.
Yeah.
But this makes more sense because now even if the Reaper lands the thing, he's not gonna get in probably.
And
that's
the
a really good-
pylon. Nice.
Oh yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do against this. Yeah, and now we get to see how Kuna does after his build does no damage instead of a bunch of damage. So
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look at the difference. Now Kingslayer is up 4 workers instead of being down 10, which he was last time. Like,
Good adaptation.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Solid. You can't take his third just yet, as these Hellions are still here, but he's gonna have another warp in, and now he can shoo them away.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the 4:30 third, pretty much. A little bit later because of the Hellions, but
Yeah, just a slight delay. Nothing too concerning.
and meanwhile, Kuna just going into normal bio, double reactor, 1 tech lab, stim, and getting his medevacs out. So it's pretty much going to be up to Kuna to do something this game. Like last game, Kingslayer kind of had to be aggressive because he was so down in workers. They need to like delay Kuna, maybe pick up some stuff, get back, all that. But this game, it's going to be up to the Terran to do shit because Protoss is just going to mass up on 3 bases, get a lot of charge slots, some war prisms, you know, start doing Protoss things.
Protoss things. Oh, yes. These Hellions,
I do wonder about these Hellions, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been sharking around looking for, like, an opening, but, just not really... I mean, they've been met by Stalkers, consistently, so... They might still find some probe kills, but, I don't think, Kuna has his hopes set on that, per se. I think he's actually waiting to see the Stalkers on his side of the map so that he can assume that Kingslayer is no longer paying attention there. He actually has this other force.
Too. Because this is like this is the normal thing that Protoss do. We move out with the Stalkers to try and slow down the Terran push. Because Terran always pushes here, right? This is the normal thing. So you push out with Blink Stalkers, pick off a Marine, pick off maybe a Medevac, pick off maybe a Marauder, you know, that kind of shit. And he was planning to maybe run in with the Hellions when that happened, but he never found the Stalkers because he took a weird route and Kingslayer didn't check. So, but it's still gonna, like, this Hellions coming in now. It's gonna kill a good amount of probes. Fast pull though by Kingslayer, so not that bad, but still. Ooh, look at all the gates that Kingslayer has if he just turns them. Yeah, like he's gonna have so many charge slots and Stalkers soon.
Drop is gonna come into the main now, but there are already 4 Stalkers here.
Ooh, and the Hellions killed 6 workers in the meantime, but alright, back to this drop.
Widow Mine's going off, Blink Stalkers blinking.
Yeah,
Charge
good
charging.
recall by Kingslayer. It's a good ability to have. Freaking recall.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Kuna pretty much evened out the game there. He picked off like 10-ish workers, and now he has his own third base, right?
Sure.
So he's gonna get more even. Oh,
Nice
really
warp
sick
in.
warp in. Yeah, that was on point. That could have been like another 5 probes dead, which, you know, then he's even with Terran and probes on 3 orbitals, which is not good.
Oh, these medevacs. Okay, Kuna is watching. he will not fly his medevacs over Stalkers.
Yeah, and Kingslayer's just gonna position some Stalkers there to deflect that drop potentially. And most likely he's just gonna, like, either he's gonna go super ham right now with a War Prism, like 30 Zealots. That's, like, one of the more common builds that you do. Or he's gonna take a 4th really fast, which is like the Jet build, the one you and I have been doing recently too. Like, take a really fast 4th, get even stupider amounts of Zealots, and play it from there.
Stupider amounts.
Those are really good Widow Mine hits, by the way.
Yeah, clearing out all
Cleaned
the
up
charge
on one of
slots.
those.
Well, most of them anyhow.
Yeah, luckily Protoss, you know, how many gates does he have now? I'm guessing 10, 9 gates. So like he can just warp in 9 Zealots every time he loses 9. So it's a really hard thing to break as Terran because like it just the Protoss army just keeps growing if you don't kill all of it.
Yeah.
And you never get at the important things, which are the Stalkers and like some sentries, you know. So it feels really tough to push into. I am surprised there's no 4th base yet, though.
He has
Oh
his
yeah,
probe
he's building
here.
it now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's coming out. It's later than, Jet would have yelled at me for having it this late, but Jet is a greedy bastard, so, it's, guess not super applicable in this situation.
Well, 3-3 has started for the Protoss, and does he have a splash somewhere of some sort?
No,
Okay.
this is more of the this is the Jet style. Like this is
Sure.
super heavy. Well, it's not his style, but he does this every game. It's like some Immortals, tons and tons of Zealots, and some Stalkers. And it's the way you deal with this is Terran is Widow Mines, and he has a lot of mines, but it's tough, man. Like this, oh, those force fields are beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bio here, though.
Yeah, Protoss basically turns into Zerg.
Yeah, they do.
Zerg on
They just have wave upon wave. Yeah.
on steroids.
Yeah, and it's like it's the same thing. Like you never get to kill the Hydras when you play Zerg. You get to kill the Lings, right?
Mhm.
And then the Hydras fall back when they have 1 HP after a storm or some shit. And it's the same thing here. Like the Stalkers, I don't think the Stalkers have tanked more than like 1 or 2 shots this entire game. Like
Sure.
they just don't get shot at. They just run away. They blink back when the Zealots are dead, and you warp in new Zealots and replace them. This being said, like Kuna is doing a good job. He is shaving off Protoss army. He's trading efficiently. Kind of. He's a little bit behind Venus Lost actually, which I did not think was the case, but yeah, he is, and he does have a bigger army supply right now. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be hard though because 3-3 is gonna hit soon, and he has 2-1. He's gonna have 2-1 when 3-3 hits. He's down 3 upgrades. That's just a ridiculous like power level for shard slots. Like they don't care about Terran when like even if you're ahead 1 upgrade in armor, you're just like you feel like you cannot die to Terran units, and you're mostly right. And now he's gonna have like better attack upgrades and everything. Like he's in a great position.
Liberators are coming into play, but they've been caught out before they can actually siege up, and that's gonna really delay this almost last hope push for Kuna Matata, as that 3-3 is going to put Kingslayer.
Well, it's already kicked in, and I feel like this is pretty much the complete anti-timing. Right now, Kuna cannot push. If Kuna pushes now, he loses everything. He has the same army supply, but he's 3-3 against 1-2. If he pushes now, he'll just die.
But
honestly. I cannot imagine him winning
I
this.
mean, what else is he supposed to do? Take a 4th, get Ghosts? I mean, there's gonna be Colossus in a moment. And
Yeah, but like, he has libs, right? So just mass up a ton of libs. Like, get like, we're talking the 25 libs number. Well, not literally, but more like 15. And you can start to deal with this. But honestly, this is a really good engagement for Terran. The Widowmine's absolutely obliterated charge slots, but I still don't think he's gonna win this fight. I think he's gonna lose his entire army here because there's gonna be more charge slot warp-ins, and then the upgrades are just gonna kick in. Yeah, look at it.
Yeah.
And that's GG. Yeah, and while this was going on, there was a big sellout warp-in on the other side of the map that we missed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like Kuna lost his 3rd base and pretty much all of his. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
down to 32 cities. Yeah, that charge slot warp-in did a lot. I guess is there a warp person out?
There was
Yeah,
a warp
just
prism,
2.
yes.
Yeah, there's 2. They just aren't visible after the game apparently, for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, so two warp prisms doing really well. But that was pretty much exactly the what's it called? The Jet build. It was a little bit slower on the expanse, a little bit more laid back, which I approve of because Jet is fucking crazy sometimes. But yeah, it was definitely pretty much the Jet build, so really cool. Alright, so Backwater looks like it's going to be our last map now. Man, this has been an awesome series so far, like seriously.
Oh yeah.
This has been some really crazy games, like lots of back and forth action.
Nice adaptation in that early game from Kingslayer, and just
Yeah.
once he's in that I guess PVT standard, he feels very comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like that's what every Protoss feels, right? It's up to the Terran to do things, which is the biggest complaint Terran has about this matchup right now. They
Yeah.
don't like the fact that they have to be so. They have to run into a meat grinder, basically, is how they feel about it, and I can't blame them. Like it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't want to undersell Kuna there. Like he was really far behind at one point. Like he was like, well, he if at least on the numbers, he was like he had a good army supply, but he was down 15 workers. He just didn't have a third base. And he was doing really well to get back. He killed a bunch of probes. He killed a ton of army. Like his Hellions were doing work, even though they didn't do work initially. Like
They
it's
still
really
got
good.
probes. It just
Yeah, but
later.
it was just later, yeah. So that was really, really good. Because like normally Hellions fall off super hard because blink, you just blink on top of them and all of them die. But yeah, it's incredible. Okay, so it looks like we're just waiting for Kingslayer to ready up. Are they typing in some obscure chat that I can't see? I guess Kuna typed here. I haven't seen Kingslayer.
I haven't seen anything.
Alright. Yeah, so we're just waiting on King. That's fine. Just making sure it's not me is missing messages. So I guess Kingslayer is an EU player, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I just realized because someone was asking if he's
I don't know
like
if it's.
why he doesn't have a border.
Oh
And
yeah, I
checked
mean
his map.
it's possible that he has an alt account as well,
Yeah.
I have a second NA account that's from when NA and Southeast Asia were separate, and then they merged it, and then I never merged my two accounts, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I have two accounts too. I just never play on the first one. For, the other one I have was like from so long ago. It was from. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Jetrix wants in to watch, I guess. Yeah. It's interesting.
Looks like Kingslayer is Canadian, according to Sushi.
Canadian. Okay, so then he must have a second NA account, I guess. Whoa, my screen is
Where are all
bugging
these
out a bit.
people coming from?
I don't know. I mean, Jetrix is, he's the guy we've been talking about the entire time. The guy whose build we've all been copying. But I don't know about the fourth guy, fifth guy. I don't know. Oh, apparently he plays on Barcode mainly. Kingslayer does.
I see.
Yeah, it's fair. There we go. Kingslayer's here. Nice.
backwater. I feel like this can go well for Kingslayer since I feel like backwater has some similarities. Like if he wants to play the way he did on Blackpink, then there's more space for him to work with. But at any rate, let's introduce the players. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map as the blue Terran, it is Kuna Matata.
And in the top right corner of the map, we have the pink Protoss player, Kingslayer. Snoopy wants me to remind you that you should change the score to 1-1, if you can. I don't actually know how to do that, so I never did. Even though people literally messaged me during the games trying to tell me, and I was like, so confused.
Yeah. I forgot to do the score last time. Yeah. Okay. All set.
Alright, so yeah, looking like standard builds for both. I get what you mean by saying not Kuna, Kingslayer would like this map, sort of. Like it is generally a pretty good map for Protoss. It's like easy 3 base, always great. But the 4th base is a little bit less fun because there's like, this giant no man's zone in the middle of the map. Like that's between the 2 routes leading into your 4th base.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes it really scary for random. Let's say he runs 10 Marines through the bottom part and then his army through the top part. You have to, it's really hard to defend both, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden there's Hellions in your natural or this kind of shit. Obviously a wall-in helps, but that's just one of those things that I struggle with. And then there's the obviously the Liberator pushes to the 3rd base where he drops behind your mineral line on the 3rd base and sieges up 4 Liberators, and you're just like, I can never engage this because all your what's it called? All your sellers just run into a meat grinder behind the minerals. Yeah. And then libs are freaking amazing against stalkers if there's enough of them. So yeah, it is like for Kuna's playstyle, I like this map sort of because he does these. He does like to be very aggressive in the mid game, and this is one of those maps that actually you can do that with Terran. But it's also a very good late game map for Terran because of the Liberator shenanigans you can do and all that. Like heavy Liberator play is very strong on this map, and that's pretty much the go-to late game for Terran.
Gonna block out the Reaper with a pylon. Just make life a little easier on himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those why not do it moments.
Sure. His probe is gonna see these Hellions as well, so he's gonna have ample reaction time.
It's a good spot. He probably figured that was gonna happen, but knowing about it is really good. Also gets the Reaper. That pretty much means these Hellions cannot do anything because they can't get in the wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, so far this early game is looking a lot even better than this last game, the one that Kingslayer won. These Hellions are gonna do absolutely nothing now in the early game. Barring some crazy fuck up by Kingslayer, he should never lose a probe to these until he takes a 4th base, because even his 3rd base is walled off, right?
Right.
So this is kind of where I want to question Kuna's choice of build. So I've seen him do this pretty much every PvT I've seen lately. That's why I called it out in the first map.
Sure.
But I obviously I figured he had a lot more builds because he seems like the kind of guy that would have a lot more builds. And pulling this build out on this map doesn't really make sense. It's probably the worst map for this build.
He may
Just
feel like
because
it's
the
his
third base can't
strongest.
hit.
Like, he may have other builds, but he may not feel comfortable using the other builds against Kingslayer specifically. I don't know why that
Yeah.
would be the case though.
I mean, maybe he spent like, because like I told you, like he's played this pretty much every PvT I've seen lately, and
Yeah.
that means he's practiced it a ton, right?
Sure.
He feels that he doesn't want to change builds in a really important game to something that he hasn't practiced as much.
Sure.
Which, I mean, it's hard not to agree with this, but it seems like this map is like it literally is the worst map in the map pool for this, because
Yeah.
like good luck ever getting into the third base, and by the time fourth base is out, it's like even that one is pretty easy to defend against Hellions. It's yeah. I don't know, but I mean, it's not like it's not an all-in build. Like we saw him come back pretty well. He loses Hellions now, unfortunately, but like last game he also didn't do any damage to Hellions, and he came back through some cute use of them and his bio, but yeah. I don't know, so far this is looking really good for me, for Kingslayer, which obviously is good for me because I'm a Protoss player, and you know, all that.
He is posturing to drop, and he is going to pick up now. There is a observer that may have caught the tail of that. Yeah, it did. He's not quite. Okay, he will blink up into the main, get both medevacs before they finish unloading, and he's gonna lose a stalker or two. But this is completely negated from the.
Yeah, that worked out really well for Kingslayer. I mean, it could have been worse for Kuna. Like he killed 4 stalkers. That's it's not bad. But I mean, 2 medevacs is a lot, and 60 marines is nothing to sneeze at. There's another drop going on, and oh no! I wish we had WSS game hard on, because that was 10 workers with 1 Widowmine.
Oh
Holy
wow!
Shit. Yeah, that was a Widowmine 6 marine drop, and the Widowmine hit like he pulled the workers, but he didn't pull them far enough, so he just killed all the workers. It was exactly like I did versus Goons. So.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if that feels familiar any.
Yeah, I felt a little bit of Protoss pain when that happened. Yeah, so that was good. Now he's even on workers again, so scratch everything I said. Now it's good for Kuna. He's even on workers, 3 base against 3 base. He has mules, always good. Upgrade situation looking good for Protoss, because it always is, because we're so fair in that regard, I guess. But Kingslayer is actually going a different build though. Like he still has that enormous amount of gates, but he's getting a lot more gases this time, which I don't really know what that means. Oh my god, those Widowmine hits. Alright, so that wasn't workers, but Kuna picked up all of his marines, and 2 Widowmines killed like 8 zealots because they were all clumped up in a corner. Holy shit. Alright, yeah, so far Kuna is controlling a lot better than Kingslayer right now.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
This drop is still here, but I don't think that's gonna go in by itself. That's only 7 marines.
Yeah, there's a lot of stalkers on the map right now. There's 17. That's a lot more than you usually. Like usually you don't get more than you get like 10 is like the normal number. 17 is a lot. This early, because you want to stop and get upgrades. But he got extra gases, right? So he has more stalkers to warp in. But yeah, this drop is going to be joined by 2 more. It's going to be a triple drop up here, and a double drop on the 3rd base. But I mean, Kingslayer has so many stalkers. This should not do anything. And in fact, Kingslayer, if he's lucky, he might even catch this with his stalkers right now. Oh, Kuna, no. 2 medevacs go down. Good splits by Kingslayer this time. What am I supposed to do as much?
He's added in a couple of mortals with this. That's
yeah, that's probably what he got the extra gases for, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure why he wanted that.
I mean, honestly, I think they're quite good against Terran.
I mean,
yeah.
Immortals are good against everything, I suppose. except air. But, yeah, okay. I guess he'll make short work of any, Marauder balls.
Yeah, and there are a lot of Marauders, right?
Yeah.
There's 11 right now.
Yeah.
And he's going Stalker heavy, so like, having that is good. It's good. Yeah, I don't know. This is, it's an interesting game for me, because it looked really good for Kuna for a while. But Kingslayer kind of pulled it back with some good Stalker control. And now Kuna has the better army still, I think. In a straight up fight, he'll absolutely destroy this, but Kingslayer doesn't seem to want to give him a straight up fight, so he's just going to pick off the command center and leave.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, it's really good. But Liberator range is like more than halfway done, and this is, like, how many libs is this? This is already 6 Liberators.
That's
It's
a
going to
nice
be about...
catch on
About to
the
be 8.
medevacs. I didn't see if there was anything in them, but,
Oh, he caught more medevacs?
yeah.
Yeah, that's always painful. But I don't know, I don't feel like Kingslayer has what... Alright, he's gonna go in here before lib range finishes. This is pretty much the best time for him to engage. So this works out pretty well, but... Yeah, so he lowers their lib count. That was a really important fight. That fight might have just completely changed the way this game was playing, because...
Yeah, this map is great for Liberators in general, so...
Yeah, and imagine if it was 12 Liberators with range, because they didn't have range there.
Right.
And they still killed like half the Stalkers, like... With bio and way more libs, that would have been so bad. Anyway, so Kingslayer has been taking good trades, but no, this is bad. Oh. Alright, so up until that point I really like Kingslayer's play. He's doing some charge slot stuff in the main. It's all good. It's been cleaned up though. Also, I do want to point out that until now it was...
What? He recalled the one zealot?
He did?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
No zealot left behind, says Kingslayer. Maybe there was something else in that recall that I missed, but
It's interesting. Like, it's worth pointing out though. Like, until recently, Kingslayer has been literally 3 upgrades up. He was during that fight. It was 1-1 against 3-2. That's some really bad upgrade situations. So it's really good by Kuna to hold on, and you know it still worked out decent for Kingslayer. Could have been a lot worse though, for sure.
there was a drop in the main, but I think the Warp Prism died to turrets. One zealot is still being annoying, but it does die. Alas.
Yeah. I mean, look at how long that survived though, because of the upgrades. It's ridiculous. This is a lot of Liberators though, so like it's really...
There's Colossus out now though, so he has something to push the bio back from underneath the Liberators.
Sure, but like if he engages into this, like if he walks into this right now, he'll lose everything.
Right.
Like he has to engage the libs when they're unsieged, and then so they have to siege while being shot at, basically. I don't know. I still feel like Kuna is in a really good spot. He's producing 3 libs at a time. There's no Stargate in sight, and Stargate is honestly the only real way you can deal with this. Like Storm helps, right? It deals with bio, but the libs are just they're such a big issue.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Ooh, like if Kuna just moves up this libs right now and puts them on the 3rd base, 4th base, he will.
Storm does come down.
No, the storm!
That was a nice shot, but I mean he didn't get a second storm off. Like had that been 2 storms, this would look very different. Okay, there's.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
He's going in. He's trying to take advantage of this. The Liberators are still alive though. They're shooting. But look at the amount of Stalkers there. I don't know. Kuna is looking grim for Kuna
Protoss got
now.
this. He cleans everything up with the storms, and I mean does he have any High Templar left? I don't think so, but like he has he still has his Colossus, he still has the Stalkers, he can warp in more Zealots.
Still a huge upgrade. It's 3-3-1 against 2-1. That's probably the biggest thing. Like, if that wasn't even upgrades, I think Kuna wins that fight.
Sure.
But I don't know. Like, yeah, the upgrades have made a huge difference this game.
There is a planetary here, but
Yeah,
okay,
I'm not sure how well it will do against Immortals and Colossus, though.
yeah, I think Kingslayer is going to respect it at least. Whether or not he needs to is another matter, but why push into that when you can take the natural?
Yeah, and now he can basically send some Celos into the third base and then walk into the main. Like, he can do everything now. It's in such a good spot. Kuna's trying to latch this effort by flanking here, but there's just no answer to the Colossus and the superior upgrades, so he's got him. Yeah, it's all about the upgrades, man. Upgrades make a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
And I also think resetting that giant
Liberator
the
count?
giant liberator count
Yeah.
was so huge. Like again, he with that push, I think he had like 9 liberators. And I think he had 8 when he lost all of them at first. No, he had 6. Yeah, so he had 6 the first time he lost all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been so much worse. Like, it could have been so much worse for Kingslayer. Like, if he had 12 libs or some shit, he would have just, you know. That's an army you can't engage without Tempest. You lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so going into the finals here, it's going to be a best of 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Should be.
With vetoes. It's a PVC, my absolute favorite matchup, always going to be, even though it's frustrating sometimes. Yeah, so hopefully we get some cool games here. I think this is, like, in my mind, this is Kingslayer's best matchup. He has some really cool builds in this. Like, well, yes, I've seen him do 2 builds. One is very ordinary, and then he has the super powered all-in build. That, you know, it's really cool. And he himself has been talking to me, and he's been like, yeah, I can basically do this build within like 2 seconds of classics timings, which is, you know, that's one of the best Protosses in the world from Korea, and he's within 2 seconds or so of his timings when it comes to hitting the push with the same amount of units. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. That's so good.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be interested to see if he pulls that out. The whatever 12 gate sell it off 2 base, which is so unbelievably good right now. So how many vetoes is it now? Is it
I think it's
2
1 each. So
1 each? Yeah, it's 1 each. Alright.
that way you remove, or you end up with 5 total, right?
I think so. I think there's 7 ladder maps. I'm actually not sure. I haven't been counting. Yeah, there's 7.
Is gonna take out NVS. Makes sense. I mean, it's those squares.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those maps where Protoss is like, okay, I'll guess I'll get to Golden Armada every game. That's
yeah.
very fun.
5
Which,
bases, easy.
Yeah, so that's always good for Protoss in that matchup. So I don't know. I'd veto something like, okay, he vetoes Eastwatch. That's
I would
not
have
what
used
I
it
was
on a
expecting.
bio.
Yeah, so would I. Yeah, I would also veto the bio.
If
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
what?
maybe I wouldn't have, but as a Protoss, a bio would have made more sense.
Yeah, for sure. So first map is Black Pink.
I guess you can create the map and then they can
Oh right,
select
yeah, I can
more
do that.
maps later
Right.
as needed.
I guess I forgot about that. Of course, it's a loser's pick. They don't even need to choose now. It's like, right.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know either, honestly.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to play Jardozer.
Yeah, dude, that's not gonna happen. Oh shit! I swapped you in. Instead of
No, I don't want to play Jardozer. What are you talking about?
It's like, you say you wanted. You say I was gonna play him? No, it's you.
It is on Blackpink, the one map, or one of the few maps I cannot cannon rush well on. What are you doing?
All right. Yeah. All right. So we're going. Both players are ready. Hype, hype. Alright, so yeah, not much to say about this map. Other than that it's very good for blink DTs, but no one plays that in PvC, so it doesn't matter. Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, it's not much. Like, it's very standard, lots of ramps, which is good for Protoss, I guess. That's about it. Overall, a pretty decent map.
Alrighty, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map as the blue Zerg. It is Jardozer.
And spawning in the top right side of the map, we have the apparently Canadian Pink Protoss Kingslayer. Alright, so this is like probably the matchup where there's not much to talk about early game. Unless there are 12 pools, there's literally no all-ins that Protoss does, so it's like, it's up to the Zerg if they want to do some sort of roach thing.
Sure.
Like, Protoss 1 base play, it does not exist in this matchup, there's no way.
Yeah. Well,
So,
unless you're print off. But,
yeah, unless you print F or you cannon rushing, basically, that's like about the two things. But yeah, like it's not really a thing, so it's gonna be 2 base play, and then we'll see what tech structures are dropped by Kingslayer. If it's if you see that trusty Robo Twilight opening, it's gonna be probably a charge lot all in, considering who it is. But might be some sort of Archon drops and stuff. He is a Cest follower after all, just like me, so he loves his Archon drops.
oh yes.
Yeah, and Zerg is pretty much like, it all depends on when he throws down his second gas and the Roach Warren. So like, if he throws down the second gas right now, you can guess a lot of things. It can be stuff like, it might be a fast lair for Nidus, or it might be, that's pretty much it. It's almost always Nidus on second gas fast. If it's a Roach Warren now, it's going to be a Ravager push, right? I guess that one also needs 2 gases. So it's like, it really is like the tempo advantage. Well, the tempo, not really tempo. It's more like the idea of doing something early game is all about the Zerg right now in this matchup. It's very rare that Protoss does anything before Stargate, and yeah, here's the Stargate. So yeah, looking pretty normal so far.
So, do you think, like, there's a particular build you're expecting for this map from Kingslayer, or, just kind of, he could just pull whatever?
I'd say it's most the most likely one. Like, the way he's playing right now, first of all, he went Phoenix first. That's a big tell. That, well, like, a lot of people do Phoenix first because most Zergs will just panic and throw down a Roach Warren and be like, yeah, this is going to be some janky shit. But, like, most of the time when it's a Phoenix build, that means you want to be aggressive.
Sure.
Because you want to, obviously not get scouted.
Right.
Like it's a bigger deal if he scouts that, oh my god, there's a robo and a charge being chrono boosted. That means, you know, I need a million roaches. Than if he scouts and, oh, there's a third base, you know.
Right.
Like, it's a big difference. But yeah, so like the way it's looking right now, in my opinion, is so it's a glaive. So this is gonna be the macro build, so to say. This is gonna be 3 gate adept pressure, and then he's gonna take a third around like 5 minutes ish. And then it's gonna be, oh, this is a lot earlier than I thought it would.
He was trying to take a third at 4.
Yeah, you can always do that, but you know, if there's 12 lings, you will not get it up.
Oh well.
So
It's the thought that counts, right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, here's the good part. Zerg made 12 lings. That means you're even in workers. Like, look at the workers now. It's good. Because Zerg doesn't have 12 extra workers or whatever. It's more like 6, but yeah. You know, it's a big deal. But yeah, now the Oracle is out. That's going to be being a free third base. That's why it's almost always 5 minutes because of this Oracle.
Or not.
Shit. Or not. Good pickoff. Like, this is honestly really solid from Jardoser,
Yeah.
denying this.
Should have been, could have been, would have been, still won't be.
Oh my god, was that another probe that he picked up?
Yes! Yes, that's 3
Holy
probes
shit.
to these 12 lings. This is...
That might be the most cost efficient,
Yeah.
effective, like, 5-minute 12 lings I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. 3
Alright.
delays on
That
that. I mean, you can say he never got, like, cancel, so, like, it wasn't like he lost an extra 100 on top of that, but still. 50 minerals and the lost
Ooh.
mining time. Anyways,
Yeah. And
Ducks are here.
like, this is what I was afraid of. So, like, Kingslayer, this is the normal macro build, right? You go 3 gate adept and you pressure, and you hope to god your opponent doesn't go roaches, because roaches is, like, the only way to deal with this. Because, like, you know, in theory, banelings are good against this.
in theory.
But in theory, yeah, but like the
Good
adepts are
splits.
split like he
Yeah.
just did, and then they don't care. They basically, it's one baneling for each adept.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And
So like this has already done a lot of damage. Like how many? He's killed 9 drones. His units lost is probably looking really bad for Zerg right now. That was a really unfortunate shade, but honestly they paid for it themselves, so it's fine. Yeah, so
I mean,
Zerg lost
I don't know.
1,200 resources more. Right? So
I feel like it still could have gone worse for Jardozer.
for sure, yeah. Like considering the circumstances, he handled it quite well.
Yeah.
I want to say, yeah.
Like, yeah. At the end of the
But-
day,
yeah.
it's relatively even.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like the Protoss has a lot of free reign now.
Mm,
I will take this moment to, you know, harp a little bit on, point out some stuff that Kingslayer missed out on. His double robos are very, very late. Usually the immortals are done by the time that, you know, that pushes over. Like
sure.
they're late for sure. It's not, you know, super bad, but it's a small thing to point out. And behind it is doing the normal stuff. He's getting charge, right? Yeah, charge. 7 gates, +1. He's gonna go into Archons. It's gonna be Immortal Archon charge slot. And he's gonna do some sort of timing push, most likely. Is just, you know, that's mostly what this matchup boils down to right now.
Changeling is killed, suffers a brutal immortal blast.
Yeah. A very unenviable death.
Oh yes. For something that can die to a single probe tase, I think a immortal blast is a bit overkill.
Yeah. That's a little bit like nuking an ant colony, in my opinion. So, you know, might be a little bit overkill. But yeah, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe those ants had it coming. Who knows?
They were bullet ants.
Bullet ants, yeah. And these weren't normal bullet ants. They literally shot bullets. They were militarized. They had their own mini nukes that like nuked other colonies of Ants. It's just a response, you know. Anyways, moving swiftly along from that very long-winded sidetrack.
Hydroling Bane coming out of Jardozer. Just a standard composition. He has Baneling speed and what about these Hydras? Doesn't look like.
Yeah, and we see 4 Dropalords morphing in right now. So this is gonna be. Well, I don't know what upgrades he has. So he has ranged upgrades. So it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the dreaded +2 Baneling drops, but it's still gonna be probably
good,
Baneling drops, right?
Revelation. He does unfortunately lose that Oracle, but now Jardozer is like, oh, well, I've been revealed, so I'm just going to sit here for a moment and hit later.
I don't think he saw the Dropalords, though.
No, he did not tag that.
Yeah, so he doesn't know about the incoming Baneling drops. We'll see. Like maybe Jardozer is one of those weird people that do the Demaga style, where they, you know, just use Dropalords in fights. Do you know about this, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day when Demaga played, he was the only guy who played Ling Bane pure against Protoss, and he just played dropped the Banelings on High Templar all day, basically.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more people picking it up, but like it's definitely kind of.
It's a little niche, honestly, because like it has a lot of that.
I kind of put it in the same category as like Nightmare DTs.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's fairly reliable, but like he's gonna see the Overlords coming, and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you drop on anything except Immortals, and then it doesn't matter, right? It's like, yeah, sure, drop on my Immortal. Oh shit, never mind. I spoke too soon. He fucked up. So he killed all the Banelings except for 2, and 2 Banelings killed like 5 Templar.
Ouch.
So, yeah, so that went from being really good for Kingslayer to being like kind of an even trade, you know?
Sure.
So, because like before then, it was literally like the Banelings were dying for nothing, and all the Hydras were also dying for nothing. So it was like it was not even a trade. It was just, you know, him killing him.
Well, he lost all his lurkers in that, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so much army. Yeah, so this is really tricky right now for the Zerg, because that was his opportunity to attack, and it's gone now. So he is gonna have to play against carriers. There's almost no way he can kill him before carriers, and you know, there's no Zerg in the world that wants to play against Carrier Storm. I don't think I can name one. So this is looking good for Kingslayer right now. I like his position. He's got good cannon coverage. Like, he's expanding in the right direction, in my opinion, and all that. Jardozer is on 5 bases with really, like 6 bases with really good economy and all that, but I don't know. 83 probes, Protoss making 4 carriers at a time.
Yeah.
I can't really, like, I can't really see him losing this game.
Yeah,
almost.
lurkers
Like,
do not shoot up.
yeah, exactly. would that they were, that they could. It's like just fucking nuke all the interceptors. That would be the craziest thing ever. Yeah, but look at this giant ass. This lurker drop is gonna get. This is, if he loses these lurkers, that is bad, man. So many lurkers.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Alright, so that's already 3 of them dead. He were the 4. Oh, that was a lot of probes, but I mean, he had 83, so why does he care?
it almost helps him. More supply for army.
Yeah, that pretty much did nothing. Like, he is. Yeah, I honestly cannot see Kingslayer losing this game. He's in such a good position.
Yeah.
Like, there is some stuff you can do like him with Zerg. Like, I think the Infestor spam is probably the strongest way to deal with this right now. Like the maybe 15 Infestors with a bunch of Corruptors, and then you throw down. You fly in the Corruptors, hope they storm them kind of, and have Archons and stuff, and then you throw down like 1,000,000 Infested Terrans and mind control, maybe a Templar to feedback, stuff like that. It's a lot of cool shit you can do. But it's really hard. Like like this army is. This is the best army in the game. Like the one that Kingslayer has right now. Storm Immortal, like carrier. This is just. It's an enormous amount of DPS. He's lacking in Archons though, so he's gonna lose his carriers, which is unfortunate. He's gonna lose one actually. Yeah. All right, never mind. GG.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Lose his carriers.
I mean, yeah. So like, yeah, it's pretty hard to not like. This was pretty much a almost perfect game from Kingslayer. He played it really well. It was a biogenesis for next map. All right, cool. Good choice by him. For the Zerg player right there. Kudos to him.
You were saying?
Yeah. So like he played the early game really well. Hit his timings with the frigate adept. Even though the links were being annoying, it's still like it's worth it honestly. Because like the adepts just did so much because he went banelings. So yeah, like I don't know. And after that, he just transitioned perfectly. It's like Storm, Immortals, build up the super army, and then transition. Like once there's enough lurkers, you go into carriers. Like it was textbook really. Like it's hard to say anything except textbook. He was tearing there for a second. I promise.
Yes, I did see. You're not
I'm not
completely
seeing
crazy.
now. You know, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Gyaradozer played well that game. Like, honest to God, he did. But dude, Kingslayer looks so good in this matchup.
Yeah.
Like, super textbook. Oh shit.
What happened?
It's on slow.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So, you know. Did I click the wrong Abiogenesis? It says Abiogenesis Ladder Edition. I don't know how that happened. Alright. I'll live with it.
Thought I was losing it for a second.
You were also confused by it? I was
No,
too.
that's what Kingslayer said.
Oh, Kingslayer, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
kind of looking at the drone movement. I'm like, are we getting lag?
That would would have been funny to watch them play on slow. Oh, here it is again. Normal game speed. Why? Why? Oh, faster. Of course, I fucked up again. Oh shit, I got it.
I was trying to figure out how to say that nicely.
Yeah. I don't envy you that. Kidnot, this is not a best of 3 by the way. It's a best of 5. So we get to see at least 3 games of some awesome PvC here.
Alright, spawning in the southeast corner. It is the Blue Zerg, Jardozer.
Alright, and in the top left, because I don't know whatever weather directions, I don't know how to say it in English. We have our pink product Kingslayer.
Cardinal directions.
Cardinal directions? Is that what it's called?
Well, I guess. Well, see, the thing is, cardinal directions.
Ooh, Sorry, I got it. Oh, never mind. He canceled it. Damn it. Sorry, I felt a need to interrupt you there
Yeah,
because he went second
it
guess.
looked like a Ravager timing for a second.
Yeah, ravage your timing.
But
Yeah.
it was just an extractor chick.
All right. Yeah.
Cardinal usually refers to just northeast southwest, so I don't know what the when you're giving their using them in combination if there's a special name for that.
Yeah, I don't know. At all. So, not the right guy to ask. Alright, so he pulls out a gas immediately after speed. This means this is not going to be an aggressive build, pretty much. It might be speedlings. He might do 35 speedlings, but like that's not really a good build right now. I honestly cannot see Kingslayer dying to that, so... Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just wants to force the Zealot and then pick away at whatever is exposed. Seeing as there won't be
oh wait, yeah, so he has an expand. Yeah, so this is definitely a speeding timing. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing as there's no
Wait, did he fuck up the wall?
No.
Holy shit! Do you see the wall? I think the wall is fucked up.
No, the wall is.
Can he not get in there?
He can't get in, but he can pick off the Cyber, and he's gonna have to micro this Zealot. So the Cyber is exposed because it is away from the Zealot, and there's not really. Okay, now that the second and
there's two Zealots in that depth. He should be able to hold this.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that he has the proper units, but for a moment the Cyber was definitely under threat until the Chrono units were out. He doesn't have a shield battery here. I don't know if he's gonna feel like he needs it. He has enough adepts, I think, and there's
he's making more lings. Like this is.
This is actually pretty committed that he's going for Morlings. He doesn't have a Baneling nest, so it's not like he's gonna have a Bane all-in follow-up. He's not taking more gas, so he can't get a lair to drop this, so I'm not really sure where he's going with all these lings.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is... There's a lot of lings to make. I mean, maybe he thinks, like, okay, there's 2 gateways, maybe he'll chrono out 6 adepts and go across the map and kill me. Like, that's a little bit scary.
Sure.
But, I don't know. When you've already done, like, look at the drone count right now. He's been down drones the entire game. He's just now, like, catching up, which is really bad. Like, Surge should usually be ahead by, like, 2 to 3, maybe 4. Like, it's not that, like, they're not supposed to be as ahead as they are against Terran, but they're still supposed to be ahead.
Right.
And, like, Protoss, the timings are going to be so hard for the Zerg to hold now. Like, imagine if he does the 7-gate... Oh, there's a Robo, too. And Sentries. Okay, this is already looking spicy for Kingslayer. Like, he's going to make Sentries and Immortals.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kingslayer looks at that opening. He says, oh, well, you've sacrificed a ton of economy, which has done zilch for the early game. Yeah, I guess it forced some early units, and yeah, I guess my Nexus is a little bit later than I would like, but compared to the sacrifices of the Zerg, I mean, Kingslayer must feel in a fantastic position. And so,
yeah.
with the Immortals, and, I mean, is there even a Roach Warren down? Yes,
there is one
building
right now.
So he can potentially have Ravagers, but, like, that's going to be a ton of gas that Jardozer just doesn't have yet. He is mining off of 3 geysers, so he is aware of that possibility. This is looking like we're going to get Glaives and Immortal, possibly Warp Prism. I don't see a Gateway Explosion yet, so maybe he will just play it out normal, since he seems to be staying on just these 2 gateways.
Oh no, look at the supply block. He's been supply block for so long now, this Immortal.
Okay.
This is bad. Like, he could have had 2 Immortals now. This is going to hurt his timing, because this is going to be a Sentry Adept, yeah. So here's the gateways coming down.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way you deal with this as Zerg usually is Ravagers and or Bane drops. So you drop Banes on the Sentries, because there's not a lot of anti-air.
Sure.
But, like, I don't know, with his economy, can he really afford that? Like, he can't, really.
I
Like,
think
even
he has to
5
use
Ravagers
only
just has now
Ravagers.
is...
I
Yeah.
don't think Banes are something that he's gonna.
He can't afford
can't
it.
afford-
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like he's still down in workers. Just now he catches up. But this timing is gonna hit at like the worst time. There's gonna be 2 Immortals, a Warp Prism, a ton of Adepts and Sentries. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this build on this map, because this build makes a ton of sense on this map.
Well, I think part of it is also the way the game opened. Now, you're likely to get that opening, or an opening similar, where the Zerg sacrifices their economy for a rush due to the distance.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this build, right? It's one of the few Protoss, like, all-ins that requires you to walk across the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time it's shading Adepts, like, you know, warping in 12 slots in their base, that kind of shit.
Right.
This one requires you to walk, so it's been falling out of favor because, like, by the time you get there, they usually have enough units. But, like, look at this. He hits so fast, and he just avoids the corrosive vials, and he just shaves up, like, right there. He lost not a single unit, and he's killing so much.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
I think he's lost, like, 1 adept so far, and he's killed, like, 7 roaches. These force fields are damn near perfect. And I mean, he's warping in stalkers because he knows it's pure roach. He knows there's no banelings. There's no, it's not a lot of lings either. He doesn't have to have adepts. He can just warp in stalkers and destroy this. Yeah, this is looking like a really fast 2-0 lead for Kingslayer.
Good attention to detail moving that War Prism. He will lose it at the end, but it's
yeah.
gotten so many warp-ins, it's too late.
It's too late. Really cool build to see. Like this used to be super common for a while. The mass sentry immortal push.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like Zergs just got really good at the timings, and Ravagers became a thing. That was like before Ravagers, really. I think.
Right.
That was super huge. So yeah, it's really good on that map because it's such a small walk distance.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna have Catalyst next.
I think I might have misclicked something. I don't know what happened. No, never mind. Alright, yeah, so Catalyst is the next map. Some people are asking about the score, by the way, if you want.
I did put it in.
Oh, you did? Cool. Awesome. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that.
Though, I can't put it in now because there's no thing.
yeah. Alright, looks like we're ready. Going into game 3. 2-0 lead for Kingslayer. Man, I did kind of call this, didn't I? I said Kingslayer is really good in this matchup because I've watched his replays a lot because he sends me replays every now and then when I ask for them, really. Like he looks really good in this matchup, and like I don't know, Jardoser, he's making good moves, but like I don't know, Kingslayer just looks one step ahead the entire time.
Alrighty. Well, up against the ropes in the southeast corner, it is the Blue Zerg Jardoser.
And on match point here, we have our pink Protoss, Kingslayer, also in the, well, not also, but he's in the top left.
In the opposing corner.
In the opposing corner. In the red corner. Alright. Yeah, so I don't see why Kingslayer would change it up at all here. Like, just open up normally. Because, you know, Protoss can't open up non-normally, so, you know, it's all that. And, yeah, I think this might be the game that we see the, whatever, 15th charge slot thing. Like, this seems like, this is one of the better maps for it, because, like, there's a big main where you can warp in, there's a giant, like, you know, the third base is really attackable, lots of surface area, even behind the mineral lines, there's, like, a decent amount of surface area. Like, it's really hard to not get surrounded, is what I'm trying to get at here.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, but this might be the game we see him pull it out, because like he keeps talking about it as his best build, and it is probably the best Protoss build in the meta right now. The super all in, it's so good. It's utterly ruthless, really. In this search.
Well, charge lots are a little bit broken.
Yeah, that's. I think it's to make up for the fact that all the other units are terrible against Zerg and Terran. So it's just like, all right, we need something good here. We need to be able to make something out of our gateways and not feel bad about it.
Right.
All right, so this is really weird again from Jardoser. He made 10 lings, and he does not have
no
speed.
wall.
And there's no wall. So this is GG. I don't know. Yeah, that's GG. I don't know. I missed this completely. This was weird. All right. What timing did he pull that pool up at?
It was
that
a
was
14-14. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like.
Snoopy was watching better than we were.
Yeah, the 14-14. That's not even that uncommon though, and it's not even super rush oriented. It's just like he made 12 links.
Yeah.
Most people don't make 12 links off that, so that's cool. All right. Yeah, that's an interesting way to win a game. All right, Acid Plant is our next.
I mean, I think the 14-14, it looks like Hatch Gas Pool, because it is, in a sense, Hatch Gas Pool, minus the gas. I mean, it's Hatch Pool gas, but, I mean, actually, he didn't even get his gas.
Nah, he skipped it and just went Queens. He was like, yeah, I'll transition out of this with 1 million drones and like Queens.
Yeah, okay.
Really interesting.
So, I mean, on the surface, unless you're paying attention to the timing of the hatchery, the timing of the pool, you're looking at that and saying, oh, it's just standard. So you take you complete your wall at a normal time for what would be like, gosh, I don't even remember, like, how soon can those lings get there off of a hatch gas pool.
It's very fast. It's usually before you throw down the second gate, which is what happened. And he even went Stalker, which is one of those super greedy moves that I never do because I'm not good enough to pull it off. But, you know, yeah. So, like, if you go Stalker against that, you pretty much just die. You cannot hold it. Even if you have a wall, you probably don't hold. Because the Lings will kill the Stalker, and the Stalker can't kill Lings.
Alrighty. Well, spawning in the upper left-hand corner of the map as the pink Protoss, it is Kingslayer.
Alright, and in the bottom right corner of the map, we have Jardoser. Winning a very quick game last game. Pretty much an instant GG when he saw the links, which, I mean, it makes sense because he was super dead.
Yeah, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, like you can't really deal with that. So this is interesting. No, wait, it's just a normal 18 hatch. It just looks interesting because the last one was 14-14.
It's proxy hatch.
Oh, it's proxy. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh shit, that's why the hatch was late. I was like, why is there no hatch in the natural? Okay, that makes all the sense in the world. Oh, and he's even sending out the drone to make him think that there's a hatch somewhere else too. Oh, this is so cool. All right, yeah. So what is this gonna be the? This almost looks like the drone version, which I personally think it's worse. I don't think the drone spine crawler rush is that good.
Kingslayer has to know this hatch is late. The pool is not. Like he scouted the pool timing, right?
Yeah, he should know that. Like, yeah, he's checking the third now, and he sees no hatch, and he's like,
yeah, okay, he
sees it. He checked it. Yeah, that's good because this is pretty common on this map too. But anyway, like I'm saying, this I don't like this version of the proxy hatch. I think if you're gonna do proxy hatch, if you're gonna do proxy hatch, you should do the roach version. So like you have ravagers in the base super early. That version with like spore crawlers is super hard to hold.
I'm not sure I understand. Oh, I see. I see now. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a spine
Okay.
rush, right?
Yeah.
But there's gonna be a lot of stalkers and shield batteries, and I don't know. If I was him, I would pull into gas and get immortals, but I guess he feels that stalkers is enough if he has
Well,
enough of
with
them. So.
3 shield batteries, you can wait for your immortals. You can get immortals later. Like,
Yeah.
3 shield batteries with stalker support, that can pick off, because like, as long as he doesn't do this, where the lings could run by.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he'll just, he has a secondary wall right there. You see it, right?
That's true.
So he'll be fine. Yeah. He built a lot of gates, though, like 4 gates with this many shield batteries. That's I don't think he can produce off that yet. So we'll see. Maybe soon once he has the shield batteries down.
Yeah, actually, he can't afford a robo because he has 4 gateways.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like of course, the way I would react to this, again, like as a worse player than Kingslayer, I would get 2 gates and mass stalkers and then get immortals. Because the moment you have 1 immortal, then 1 immortal will 1v1, like 1v4 spines. Like, they
He's
just
gonna
don't
lose
care.
this cybernetics core, and that means no more stalker production, which is, or like, you really want range units for this.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit unfortunate, but you can always
He's
remake
doing a
it.
good job of picking off the links, though, and he's yet to lose a single stalker. And he's gonna kill the first spine now. Like this is so far he's training really well.
Yeah, this
Like,
rush
no
is
cyber is annoying, but
initially held. There is going to be a link follow-up, which will be a little bit obnoxious.
but there's no speed, and they're pulling
Yeah.
back. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so this has been dealt with pretty well, I would say.
yeah, this is definitely held, right?
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, so this worked out a lot better than I thought it would. In my mind, it's like without immortals, it's very hard to hold this, but
But
I
immortals,
don't know.
they take so long to actually get out.
They do. Yeah.
I definitely think that you want the robo, or you can go for a Stargate instead. I would be perfectly fine with that. But like, the stalkers are the faster response, right?
Oh, look at all the links, though. Well, they don't have speed, so like I don't know. Like not having gas for this long for Jardoser is so bad. It's rough. Man. If he had gas, like he would have speed by now, and he would be able to surround these stalkers.
The other
and
thing
stuff.
about
Like this,
the stalkers here is that, like, while he doesn't have blink, this is still a lot of pressure that it forces these spines. Where the immortal, I don't think he has the same push potential.
I don't know. I feel the other way around. I feel like immortal basically.
He would
means
be able to break
cannot-
the spine, you think?
Yeah, you can
Sure.
break spines, and then imagine if you have like imagine if those stalkers were each an adept and then 1 immortal. You can basically like that army would
Sure.
wreck everything here.
But he really can't
Like-
build adepts against... I mean, he could have built it against the lings, but, like, what is it going to do against the spines when he's defending?
I mean nothing. Yeah. Like you don't want adepts. It's just an example. That I'm giving.
Sure.
Yeah. So like oh wow, this is interesting. He's going double Stargate after going Robo. So yeah, he does not have the gas for this. So well he'll wait once he gets them. He'll be able to use them, I guess.
Okay, he's finally cleared up all the creep, so...
There is still an Overlord near his base, so like if this Overlord scouts double Stargate, like double Stargate I feel is it's not as good as it used to be. Like Oracle's got super nerfed.
I think
I don't know.
Jardoser is thinking of a Nidus.
Oh, he's doing a 4th base though. Look at this. He's doing a
At the gold.
gold base, yeah. That's really cool. All right. I think the creep is gonna spread into like the main attack path of the Protoss. If you like, nah, maybe not. Maybe it's too far. Oh well. It's a cool attempt. Like, it feels like he's behind. All right, so it's gonna be Phoenix. I like that more than Oracles. Obviously, if you're Jardosa right now, you want to throw down like. You want to throw down at least like 2, maybe even 3 spores per base.
He's brought 4 of these stalkers into this natural mineral line and has picked up 7.
And he lost nothing.
Yeah.
And he got 7 drones. That's
Warp
huge.
Prism is critically damaged, but it is still alive and it is still threatening. And there's not really anything left for Jardozer to punish that, as there is no queen.
That's 11 drones. Holy shit. Yeah, this is Jardozer. It's just going from bad to worse right now. He's got spines against soon to be like 6 Phoenixes, right? It's 5 already. He's supply blocked right now, but he's about to get 7 and 8. Yeah, this is really rough. Oh wow, and the drones are now over at the 4th base of Jardozer. It's interesting.
Well, I mean, you definitely want to mine that out as quickly as possible, given its exposed location and just the value of the gold.
It's just like, I don't know how he snuck them over there without...
Sure.
Like, there's a Warp Prism in his base, and he snuck 12 drones to a base without anyone noticing. It's pretty sneaky. And again, he has no idea about these Phoenixes, right? He doesn't even know that there's a Stargate, so... This is gonna be bad. Like, this... Oh my god, he's making Mutas too. No, I cannot see him winning this game now.
Oh!
He is so dead. Like, this is utter, complete... He just misinterpreted everything, pretty much. Like, double Stargate Phoenix is one of these things that it's so good if it doesn't get scouted. If it gets scouted, there's like 12 Hydras and 5 Spores, and you don't care. But, you know, if it's not scouted and he goes Mutas, you pretty much auto-win. Like, this game is over. But he just lost 80% of his army in like 2 seconds, and he lost so much gas. Like, Eunice lost this, oh my god, it's 5k to 1. Yeah, and he's still making Mutas. Like, he's getting +1 upgrades from Mutas too. Yeah, he's dead. He's gonna lose every single drone. He's not gonna be able to do anything. Oh, this is rough.
Yeah, I mean, there's no static defense, but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't. Like, he's gonna kill 4 probes here and a stalker, but he's gonna lose all of his Mutas again. This Ling run by, however, is really good. I'll give him that.
And there's shield batteries, though.
Yeah, but he still killed like
Yeah, he still
21
killed a
probes.
good number.
That was really good.
Wow.
That, honestly, that helped a lot.
Yeah,
He's
the
now
Ling
ahead of
run
Milkers,
by
but-
cannot be understated.
Like, the problem is, it's gonna be Lings against charge slots. Well, he doesn't have charge yet, but it's gonna be Lings against Zealot, Stalker.
He's probably going to start
Phoenix,
charge as soon as this TC completes.
Yeah, and like, he has +1 air upgrades, but he can't make Mutas, because if he makes Mutas, there's 12 Phoenix, he'll just win. The Phoenix guy will just win.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, that Ling run by, it's like one of those things that's game ending in most games, but this game, like, it might not even be enough.
Well, he's gonna lose his gold drones.
Yeah, and yeah, that's, you know, now Kingslayer's ahead in workers again. Doesn't care, and he has way better tech. Like, yeah, he's just getting Temple Archives in charge right now, and there's gonna be Archons. He has 2k gas floating because, you know, he doesn't need a macro, right? And he's gonna make so many Archons once that comes out, and I mean, I don't even think it's gonna go that far. He's gonna lose his third here, for sure. He just lost 7 Overlords to these Phoenixes. Like, yeah, Kingslayer just kind of wrecked him this game. It was a little bit unlucky. Like, let's be real here. Like, Jardoser went for a strat that is absolutely hard countered by Phoenixes, but
Yeah.
still. Like look at where he's engaging right now. He's like in a corner against Masslings with Zealots.
Charge is not done yet, but I mean,
I don't think like he doesn't like the Ling's at the melee anyway.
yeah.
Like Jardoser is just trying to base trade at this point. That's just one thing. But it's Phoenix, man. Phoenix are so good against that style. Phoenix and Archons, yeah. He should like once he has 4 Archons, there's no army that Jardoser can make that can beat like right now, that he can afford right now, that can beat just the ground armies. The Phoenix can just sit at home with like one shot on the wall and there's no way he can base trade, right? So it's just, oh my god, look at the Baneling count. Oh no! Kingslayer, he's not paying attention! He just lost all of his Zealots. The Banelings. And Archons get surrounded! What is this game? Is this actually turning into a game?
Jardos are making magic happen.
What the hell? Alright, so that... How? I don't understand how he's throwing this. He's like almost throwing this.
He still has Archons though.
Yeah, but his Archons are getting surrounded. Like Archons are only good when they're in a clump, right? So they can't get surrounded. But
Right.
there, the Lings he just lost all of his Archons again. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Jardoser, he has no economy, right? But neither does Kingslayer, kind of. So it's I don't know. It's a weird game. It's a really weird game.
Yeah. Oh, now he's gonna
Yes.
lose shield batteries because.
Oh, and he's got to get into the main again. Oh no. No.
Wow, this is looking
Dude, what?
like he may
This is
come
so
back.
painful. Like what is I don't know how Jardoser is doing this. This game was so over. He's gonna lose another Archon in the main, another Templar. He lost like a bunch of probes again. Look at this. He's just losing every Archon that he's warping in because he's warping them in next to his Lings. He's losing his third base. Oh my god.
What are we watching?
I don't know. Like this is... It's Lings and Mutas beating Phoenix Archon. It's a 2-base Zerg beating a 3-base Protoss with better tech.
I
Oh
guess
my
this is
god,
why you
30
play out the
probes.
game.
He's down to 8 probes. Yeah, I mean that's it. He has no probes left. He's out.
He has to lift the Lings with his Phoenixes because he just doesn't have anything else.
Yeah, and he's gonna get his last Archon surrounded, and that's it.
He can't
Nothing
even
left.
lift the Archon to save it.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me get this straight. The Protoss first holds a hatch all in. Alright, first of all, look at the graphs, the army value graph. And tell me I'm not crazy, because this is just... I do not understand.
Banelings.
Mass Lynx and Mutas beat Phoenix Archon.
Well, it was the Banelings first that cleared the Zealots, really.
Yeah, it's true. And then he got his Archon surrounded. Like even after he lost all of his Zealots, his army was still bigger and better. But then he moved out his Archons out of like the group, so like they got surrounded individually, and Archons alone don't do anything to Lings because they just surround him, and he's shooting one Ling with each shot, right? Because they're in a circle, right? It's just yeah. Oh my god, that game blew my mind. Holy shit. That like amazing play by Jardoser, but I gotta throw some shade at Kingslayer for making some huge mistakes that game. I mean, yeah, I think he pretty much just knew he had won, so it was GG. So what's the last map? Oh wait, it's not the last map. It's the second to last map, right?
No, I think that is last map. Eastwatch?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's 2-2. Yeah, Eastwatch, right? Holy shit! How did this go from he destroys every... Oh, yeah, he vetoed it, so it's backwater.
Oh yeah.
Alright, sure. I can't find backwater because I'm blind. There we go. Holy shit, though. I'm still blown away by... Dude, oh my god. I don't even feel bad about calling that game at like 4 minutes, because it was so over. He was down like 20 workers on 2 base against 3 base Protoss. With mute attack against Phoenixes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit dumbfounding.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's just that the run bys, man. Like the 2 run bys. The first one did like 24 probes. The next run by got like 30. It's like, okay, you now have no probes. It doesn't matter that your army is freaking invincible because all of a sudden there's 20 slow banelings and they kill all your charge slots because you're not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was slow banelings and they killed like, it was less banelings than there were zealots and they still killed all of the zealots.
Like,
Oh.
it was his 1 win condition, right?
It was, yeah. I mean, like again, like fucking Jardoser played it beautifully, but oh, yeah, that was great. That was a cool game.
Well, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map with an incredible comeback win to bring it to the ace match, it is the Blue Zerg Jardoser.
And in the top left, we have our pink Protoss that has been slightly fumbling the ball the last few games here. Thanks to some very good defense by his opponent, and yeah, he's looking to close this series out. It's Kingslayer. Longest intro ever. It's 5 AM here. Like, don't judge me. Worth it though.
So, we've seen Kingslayer win into, I guess, more standard games. And then
Yeah.
Jardoser won off of a cheese, and then he won off of... You can't even say he won off 2 cheeses, because that second game, while he did cheese, that is not why he won, by any means.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with what he won, really. Yeah, I mean, he... Honestly, I want to say it like this, like, Jardoser's just been playing weird games the 2 last games, and I think he's just throwing Kingslayer off. Like, Kingslayer, I don't think of this guy as the guy who lets 12 Lings get into his base at 2 minutes, and then not, like, you know, lose 24 probes to Ling run by at 8 minutes when you have 12 gateway units, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is not what I think of when I think of Kingslayer. So I think it's just that, I mean, Jardoser's been doing a great job of creating this awfully weird game that just confuses the crap out of Kingslayer, and therefore he's winning it, so. Like, he's just been a lot better at these scrappy, weird games.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is a relatively fast third from Jardoser.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe he'll go for like that wouldn't really make. I was gonna say he could like Ling Fled off of it, but I don't think that's likely given the map.
Yeah, no, I don't think that. I think it's more likely that he'll do. Maybe make a lot of queens. If he wants to be aggressive, make a lot of queens and do a Roach Warren like with Nidus, but
he hasn't taken gases. He should have by
it's
now
a little late.
if he was.
Oh no! Here it is. It's here. This is the build I've been talking about. This is the build I've been hyping the entire time.
Oh.
From Kingslayer. He's doing the charge slot 9 gate. Look at it. He's not mining gas. Not from his natural. Not from his main. He's building charge and a robo, and there's going to be 8 gateways at least here for Kingslayer.
I think I definitely approve of this.
Yeah.
won the games that you can control. So,
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
why bother giving your opponent opportunity to create something? Just like kill them fast with something that you know is like solid.
Yeah, and this is probably the most lethal build in StarCraft right now. It's a freaking monster. Like it's like Zergs die to this even if they know it's coming. Like very often, it's mind-boggling how strong it is. Like it's so many zealots so early in the game. Like he stopped at what? How many probes? 32 probes, right? That's perfect. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. He's pulling a bunch of probes to his third.
Miss Rally.
Yeah, Miss Rally, I don't know. Anyway, and yeah, so he's just gonna go across the map now, and he's gonna warp in. It's gonna be like, yeah, look at this, like 8 zealots here, and then it's gonna be another bunch when he it's at the second warp in that this build really ramps up, because all of a sudden there's 15 zealots in your base, and you have like 6 roaches. It's not really something you can hold. Like you cannot really fight that, and that's why Jardoser. This is so smart. Oh my god, this is so smart by Jardoser. He's just like, yeah, I'll build a million Niduses, like, I mean a billion spine crawlers, and a wall, and like this is perfect. Oh no, I fear for Kingslayer. This is the perfect defense. This is how you're supposed to.
Oh, there's
defend
a
against
crack!
this. Oh no, he let the soul.
Oh, but the warp prism goes down to the spore!
Oh no! Has Jardoser done it, boys? Has he done it? Holy shit! Losing that warp prism to just 2 spores. Oh no!
Well,
Yeah, no,
so
you should just keep making roaches, Jardoser. Don't stop now.
the
if he
other
just keeps
thing
making
about
roaches,
this, though, is because of this map,
you'll win.
if at any time Kingslayer wants to, like, slowly transition, his third is protected.
Yeah, but like you know, he has no probes. He's down 10 workers. He has no gas. He wasn't mining gas this entire time. He's still not
that's
mining
true.
gas. Like he's super all in. Like
That's true.
he is not gonna do anything else this game, and I can't blame him. Like this is like this is the probably the most all in build in the game. And like I think Jardoser handled this perfectly. Like the wall in was so sick. But yeah, let's see if he can do something here. He's catching some roaches off. It's going well. And Jardoser's not really kiting right now. The zealots are killing a lot of roaches. There's more zealots coming in here.
The spore is gonna move, but it's a little late to this warp prism. And the warp prism needs to stay alive. I think if he loses that again...
Yeah, that's definitely a GG moment.
yeah.
But this is doing better. Like, look at how good this is doing considering how bad it did.
Oh, the surround! On the roaches!
Oh my god, that's so beautiful! Oh my god, is this gonna work anyway? It's working! He's killing him!
Oh, wow.
Holy shit, yeah, he's dead. Look at how many zealots there are.
Yeah, it's critical mass. He can't clean this. There's, like,
Yeah.
the only way he could, like, had
He's
he
doing
somehow
Roach Warren, too.
lurkers...
Roach Warren dead.
Uh,
It's just zealots against Lynx now. Yeah, no, like this build it's fucking brutal, man. Like I feel like he handled it perfectly, and it still worked. It still fucking worked.
Well, I think he couldn't move his roaches out because there's gonna be a second warp prism, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like like that's what I was saying when he moved out. Like he should have just like he even made some drones. I think if he just stays at home behind that wall with like he had like 15 roaches at that time. Like he would have just smashed the zealots because they would have ran at the wall and lost half of them fighting the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
But instead they got surrounded out in the open, right?
Right,
Which
right.
was it's such a good build. This like you cannot let that happen. Like roaches only do well against zealots if they don't get surrounded. If they get surrounded, it's like lings, you know. It's like lings with fucking side blades. They just massacre everything. Yeah, I don't know. That build gives me nightmares, man. Like I'm a Protoss player and I'm scared shitless of that build because I feel like every freaking every time I see it, I'm like, okay, they're gonna nerf the Zealot soon. Like soon, I'm gonna sit here and be like, yeah, my Zealot's not 250 minerals, and it's like only attacks half the speed, and I don't know.
Oh
Holy shit,
man.
so crazy good. Anyways, incredible games today. Like
Oh yeah.
this was the best day of StarCraft I've watched in a while, and
Amazing.
it was great. All right.
Okay. My computer has decided to not cooperate. Okay. So that concludes this MVP Cup with a first place going to Kingslayer and a second place going to Jardozer. Amazing games from both. But Kingslayer does eke it out with the W at the very end. Tomorrow there will be a 4-diamond all-kill between PsiX and QT Club. And then later that same day there will be a Tawat match.
Yeah, I do believe it's an ATL. No, wait, it's a Tavot match
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's Tawat. I'm not sure
Hold on, I'll check it for you.
what I know it's playoffs, but I don't remember what the
There's a lot of games tomorrow. There's
Yeah.
a clan war against Valley G, a clan war versus Lit. Oh no, wait, that clan war is the Tavot game. Yeah, so a Tavot game against Lit.
Yeah.
2 Diamonds 3 Masters. It's gonna be some
so
really good players.
lots of stuff going on tomorrow. So don't want to miss out on any of that. And yeah, we'll just stay tuned for more StarCraft. Any last comments before we sign off?
No, I mean, I'm just really happy about this MVP Cup. Even though there were fewer participants than I was hoping for, it turned out to be like really cool. Like I really enjoyed casting this. This was awesome.
Alrighty then. See you guys later.